Alright, there we go. The boot stream up, get it going.
No Game Awards?
Nah, no Game Awards today. Only if we lose. Oh yeah, swapped out, got a little bit more int. Got 3k mana now. I think overall it should work. Can you teleport? You can teleport to allies with your thing, right?
No,
your backstab?
that's one of the updates that got implemented like a few days ago. That got reverted by some update, and it hasn't been re-added since.
Dang. I was gonna say if we were in like Blade's Edge, we could fight people down below, and then I could teleport on top onto the bridge, and you could just shadow step to me.
Are you guys discussing strats?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're
I guess.
secret stuff.
Well, my fucking partner's not showing up, so I'm not doing it. I don't think.
Let me see. I mean, I could probably find you a partner.
There's a cultist here who wants a partner.
I don't want to play with a fucking cultist.
Hey, cultists are kind of bonkers, though.
I don't care if they're good. I don't like them.
I wasn't gonna play with Zoa again.
I wanted to play with Tub, and now I'm salty.
Man,
he got me all hyped up. Dude, he got me all hyped up. We were talking about killer comps that we could do, and then he stayed up till 3 in the morning.
What's up, Sultan?
I didn't go to sleep because I knew I'd sleep through it.
Yeah, man, this is the...
I was up till like 7.
Yeah, man, we're doing like a B tier style tournament, meaning like we've banned all of like the top classes, like the top builds, and so it's gonna be just a little community tournament, nothing crazy. Like it's gonna have like a community prize pool. You know, no DP or anything like that, just double AG. Let's go. Just so we can kind of like get some representation of classes that aren't normally played. So the main changes are we banned Arena Grandmaster trinkets. We changed the way that 10-minute cooldowns work a little bit, and also we banned for this tournament. We banned Spell Power Monk and Knight of Zoroth and Sun Cleric and Rune Master, like Dagger Rune Master. So I'm playing my Staff Rune Master instead. So yeah, that's what changed. So no crazy changes, just taking out some of the more represented classes and builds, and trying to bring in some new classes to see like what happens, and for like testing purposes, right? See like get more pyromancers and cultists and star callers, maybe find like some Sons of Arugul and that kind of stuff. So we're just headed over to Booty Bay right now. I really not been like anywhere in STV on this guy. Uh-oh. That was kind of weird. I like teleported into a new layer. I should probably put it. Oh, too late to put a timer on the screen. We're gonna be starting up pretty soon. Looks like Warp Link still doesn't work properly.
I gotcha. No, I'm not trying to be rude, man.
Alright, I'm back.
What's up?
So, Coomshot, if you need a teammate, Zoa's on his way over. I ditched him for Monks. Actually, I sent him a message asking if we were gonna play together, and he never responded. So then I told Monks we'd play, and then like 10 minutes later, he's like, "Yeah, we can play." But now I'm into it for that.
Okay, I'll get on my primal list. It could be fun.
I don't know what he's gonna play. He has a bunch of 30s. He plays a Venomancer the best, I'd say, but
Venomancer's actually really fun with Primalist. Could be good.
You know what would be fun? Necro and Venomancer, like Paralyze and Ghoulify. That would literally be a 2v1.
Yeah. Yeah, you could Ghoulify them, wait till they pop their trinket, and then hit them with the sleep.
Yeah.
GG easy. Alright, where are we? We're meeting in Booty Bay, right?
Yeah.
Shit, make sure I have all my gear on.
Actually, he might be playing as Barbarian. He just logged onto his Bard.
What makes?
Oh, dude, if he plays Barbarian with Primalist, that's gonna be disgusting. What? Who am I whispering?
He's on Zoa Barbar. This is his character name.
Barb Primalist, yeah, that's OP. Like, Invincibles and Corb won against me and Libet in twos once with it. But they did win once, so it's a viable comp. If you know how to play it, you just have to plan ahead.
Yeah, I'll have to fucking heal the shit out of them too.
Not really, you should just use all your burst with the Barb burst and stun at the right moment on the other teammate. Like, that's what they did against us. They buffed up the Barb with boons, then waited for the Barb to have all his like extra stacks, and they bursted when he had all the stacks on and stunned Livid with the 2-second stun.
Boon doesn't stack anymore.
Oh yeah, then they just buffed the Barb up.
Straight up goes to percentage now for Primalist boons. Like a 10% melee attack power for 20 seconds. That's kind of bonkers.
This Warp Link still isn't fixed properly.
The what wasn't?
Warp Link.
Wait, TP me up, dude.
Yeah.
Beam me
Try
up,
it, like,
Scotty.
doesn't work. Hold on. It like
Oh.
it's supposed to fix it to where it actually teleports you, but like, see, it just disappears. Doesn't do
Oh,
anything.
so it's fucked like that. Okay.
It may be just certain areas. I know it's
Because I remember I boosted people up into fucking Stormwind Vault with my Rune Master.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know what he's gonna play. Hold on.
He's on his Barbarian.
He just
I was whispering him.
Uh,
He's grabbing some gear right now.
Well, hopefully now that there's no prize to enter and like no
Bring more
OP
people
classes
in.
are here, maybe more people come.
yeah.
Hopefully.
Hey, I already see 3 pyromancers. Well, with myself included.
Pain. What potions are we allowed to use?
In arena, you cannot use anything.
Oh, so only weapon enhances then. Okay.
Yeah.
All
And we
right.
even, I mean, technically we have all that banned on the list. Pretty much
Oh, no,
can't use anything.
No wizard oil?
No, I don't think we have that. Pretty sure it's on the ban list.
That's cringe. You can use it in real arena. Wait, what if my weapons already have it on? Oh, I could just click it and remove it after that.
Yeah. I mean, really, like, putting weapon oils on, like, it's probably something we could allow. It's, like, not really a big deal. We just kind of lumped
to be
it
honest, it
together with
shouldn't be
everything
really
else.
banned.
Yeah, we just lumped it together with, like, everything else being banned, you know?
Now, is that banned normally in the tournaments, or is that just for the underdog tournament?
It's banned normally in tournaments.
That's kind of what carries me, man. I need those frost bolts.
Alright, 2v2 here.
Dude, those fucking frost oils never proc. What the fuck are you talking about?
What?
One match.
I tried them out on my Monk and on my SOA.
Are
Like,
you
both of them hit so fast, but I never procced.
are you dual wielding Sword of Omen?
I was dual wielding on my SOA. On my Monk, I couldn't. But
Oh,
on
yeah.
my SOA, I did.
Dude, I get lots of procs. Or if you throw a Shadow Oil and a Frost Oil on one, that's always fun.
Yeah, Shadow Oil procs a bit more, but it never procs either.
Maybe you just have bad luck, man.
I mean, I'm known for it, but it shouldn't be that bad.
Alright.
Do you pray to RNGesus every night?
Ah, no, that's what I'm missing.
Yeah. You gotta pray to RN Jesus and sacrifice loot.
Yeah, I'll start making my altar today then.
Yeah, you just like you gotta go and grind out a whirlwind axe and then just delete it.
hmm
Gives you a 10% passive RNG buff.
Dude, what makes pyromancers green? I hate the color green.
Wait, what? Pyromancers are green?
Like, are you here in front of? Are you here in
I'm
Booty?
almost there. Almost there. I'm walking up the docks. Oh, like nameplate green?
No, no, like my whole character looks like I've been poisoned,
Where
and
are
I'm
you?
green.
Oh, what the fuck? I'm getting attacked. Yo, what the fuck? The PvP vendors are attacking me.
Okay.
Dude. The fucking PvP vendors in Booty Bay are attacking me.
What PvP vendors? Where?
Or the PvP guys in the fucking arena area.
Did you get killed?
No. Here, I'm gonna stream this. I wonder if we'll do it again. Let's see. Yep, they're still aggressive. I'm gonna walk in here, and that guy, I can fight the PvP vendors.
Hey.
I'm gonna kill this guy.
All right.
You're on another layer than us.
Yeah,
That's so weird.
I was on that layer and everything was hostile, and I actually just used warp, and it took me to the other layer.
How do you warp?
Just room
Be a
master.
room
ability.
master, dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
They like all aggroed to me, so I went and I
Oh,
like
I
warped
got
on
you.
top of the building to be safe, and they like put me on a loading screen, and I popped up at the other layer.
Oh,
Easy.
dude.
Yeah.
I think I'm never on the wrong layer because I'm Alliance and I TP into Booty Bay, and I think the loading screen takes me to the actual layer.
I got you. Maybe I need to. I'm gonna leave Booty Bay and come back in. Maybe that'll do it.
I guess I don't have to whisper.
No. All right.
Seem to be quite a lot of people here.
I mean, yeah, we got 6 teams right now.
Oh, there's. Yep, it put me in the right layer now.
So room masters are not allowed to melee, right? Because I
Yeah,
don't want to be
I
hit
guess.
by a 500 pyro blast.
Yeah, I guess that's what PvP trainer, Doom Soldat was saying. I mean, originally I was fine with it because like part of the broken part of Melee Rune Master was the double dagger for the double salvo. Like that's what made it like hit really really hard.
Didn't that get fixed?
It did get fixed, but it's not as good anymore. But we just wanted to do caster, so yeah, like it Rune Master's just you have to cast.
Gotcha.
So to make it interesting, Yeah, I mean, I think like having Rune Masters only use the staff and still be able to melee is like probably fine, but yeah, we can try caster. It's like whatever.
Yo, Rabbit, what is your ring? Why do you have that ring? For the intellect?
Intellect, yeah. It's like one of the few like high int rings that I've been able to like find.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's some that have like a little bit of int and spell power, like those like level 27 green ones. But yeah, just int, really. Okay,
It's so funny that you can just stack fucking int because your HP doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need any stamina at all. Okay. So we have 8 teams right now.
And I think we could just I don't know, get people to whisper you the teams.
Yeah, people have been. So we got 8 people going right now. Okay, let's pull up the bracket. I think 8's probably, yeah, about as much as we're getting.
8 teams? That's a good number.
I mean, it's more than what we had yesterday. I think it's the most that we've had.
Yeah, I mean 8 teams is a good number for like setting up the brackets as well, right?
Yeah. Just shuffling the seeds a few times. Shuffle everyone up. Yeah, I think I got everybody. All right, so tournament. Yeah, it actually works out really well. It's nice and even. All right. Oof, we got a rough match. All right, brackets are up on the stream. I'll post.
With these nuts. Okay, let's just fucking like pass it on.
Yeah, pass it on, dude. Let's go down and losers bracket.
Fucking hell.
All right. So the way it's going to be first is the first map is just going to be random map, right? So and then whoever loses gets to choose the next map. And if you
know what
lose,
I was thinking about?
you can swap your comp around if you want to. So
You know what I was thinking about? Maybe with random arena you can get dollar receivers. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, so for Rune Masters, we're just gonna have like no melee abilities. And we're just gonna keep it like that. Embrace the caster dream. Alright, so I think we have everybody. So I guess me and you're up first, so I'll hit up with Good Mood later. And then we can still do the whole casting junk. But it's me and you versus These Nuts and Aurelia. So let me whisper it. See if they're ready. Are you ready to go?
Yep.
Alright.
What
the marina.
Fuck? You look in guild chat real quick.
Anyone looking for
That's on the auction house.
Yeah, probably these nuts put it up, right?
Oh yeah. How the
is
fuck
everyone-
did that happen?
Yeah, you get it from the Gurubashi Blood Bowl if you win it.
Gotcha.
Let me try to do Aurelia. There we go. Alright.
Okay. Take the bonus and you'll need it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we should probably go for these nuts because he's the squishier and the higher damage.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way we're going for the Reaper.
Yeah. I'm just gonna walk on you and then I'm just gonna drop a rune on top of you. I'll just do like my typical open.
And you'll have to come out first because I don't think I can 1v on him, but just wait. I'll try to 1v on him. It's good if we wait for dampening. Like, we don't have any heals, they do. Should probably put stay on the pad, yeah.
Do you want me to open or?
No, I mean, I don't want to open on them. Like, dampening is only good for us.
Open a can of whoop ass.
For you, dampening is absolutely perfect. For them, like, both of them have self-sustain.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Witch Hunter got nerfed a bit, but it's still a decent amount of self-sustain.
You can pick up the eye.
Oh, it's down there.
rune power here.
I got it. Interrupted the process.
Nice.
Nice.
Alright. There, Matt. So they challenge us. I don't know if Deez is always like bugged. He can like never challenge anybody. I couldn't challenge him either.
Mm.
So Aurelia might have to be the one that challenges. Oh no, he got it. Alright, ruins.
Runes. I really don't mind this map. I like this map. It's just that it's really easy to hug the middle for them. I think I'm gonna actually just stay back here and like abuse my range advantage. I'm not gonna go to the middle. Sure. You're all alone against them. Okay. I mean, if you can re-stealth, yeah, you can just wait. Like, there's no reason for you to come out. Dampening is perfect for you against Reaper. Like, he has to get you out. Yeah, don't get the eye.
Does it pull me out of stealth?
It does. It makes you... It puts a fairy fire on you, basically.
I think my stealth my stealth level's higher than his as Rune Master.
Yeah,
So.
like, I've never actually, like, seen a Rune Master in stealth yet, but I'm seeing Reapers. Yeah, this is... Oh, he got the eye behind you. He's probably going to go for the soul shock, yep. Good. That's great. If you can restuff, that's amazing. Can you? Oh, you did. Fuck. Okay, nice. That stun, Jesus. Alright. He's still here. Yeah, he just jumped through you. He's here. I can basically follow him. He's this way. Here. Right on you. It's so easy to follow a Reaper and stuff. Yeah, they have to fix that stuff somehow. Just don't go in melee. If he gets a shadow on you, that's a huge heal for him. Oh. He's letting you regen mana, that's good.
Wait, yeah, how do I watch this?
If you can go into stealth.
Is there a link for the stream in the Discord?
Oh, he's here. Behind you. In the Discord, no, but search up Rabbit Ascension TV.
Oh, on Twitch?
No, on YouTube. YouTube is streaming on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good job, dude. This should be a win right here. Nice. Well played, well
Alright.
played.
Play easy. Alright. So we move up. Alright. So I will jump in. I should be able to stay on my Rune Master. I'm gonna still commentate. I may have you join Good Moods game.
Go for it.
So, you join Engineer in Good Mood. So just whisper Good Mood and join his team. I'll join Errol. Bye. Because that's the next part of the bracket is Engineer in Good Mood versus Errol and Brett QT.
And Whispered Engineer. I don't know what character Good Mood is on.
Ave wants to join in real quick. Okay, hold on. I think I can just add him
Good
in.
Mood's offline at the moment. Not sure where. Oh, he's on. Okay.
If you need to add or reorder
What am I looking up
participants.
on YouTube?
Okay, Good Mood is on.
It's just my
What?
Discord name. Just look at my
Rabbit
Discord name.
Ascension TV. Just
If you look
type
on
that in.
Discord, I have a status on Discord that has
Okay,
the
I'll
link
send you
to
a
my
link.
channel. Yeah.
Found it.
Nice. There you go.
All right. Man, Ave wants to join with the Stormbringer, but if I do that, I have to reset the brackets, which I probably can do, and just put myself, like, put me and you versus these nuts in them again, and then have us win. Like, put it as the win. You know?
But if you can manage it, then do it. If you cannot do it, then just skip.
Let me do this. I think I can. Hold on. Let me create. I think I can finagle it. YouTube tier. Double elim. One match. Market's tentative.
Wow, you got a whole setup for this. Jeez, I didn't realize it was that in depth.
Yeah. It's really not too bad. It's just a website that makes the brackets, makes it easier. The first term
you
I did them in
Make
Paint.
the website?
No, I didn't make the website.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so Rabbit and Cryophobia. And then we have Deep Nuts and UFC. I misspelled the name, but whatever. Good Mood. Barrel and Breakco T. Doing this to see if this will let us work. And Thorns. Alpha. Phone. And then a. Okay.
Shit, do I have time to send gear over, you think?
I think I can move these around. I can move these around. Okay, so we already had this in round 1, so it was this and this. Okay, we're just gonna go like this. So now I should be able to start the tournament. Brackets are a little bit weirder, but then we had our win here. Verify the winner. There we go.
Yeah, that is a really sketchy bracket.
And it balances itself out because of how the loser bracket works. Like, people that start ahead in round 2, they like wind up having to like go through more rounds in the losers bracket. So like it winds up like evening itself out. It's weird.
Hey, how you doing?
So like you don't get an advantage for starting up in the rounds. As if you had to start in the first one, due to how like the losers bracket works.
I see.
I think. Yeah, like losers 1, so like losers 4. So like in round 4, these guys go here, and then I think these like move up. Anyway, whatever.
So,
we go.
is this match ready to go on?
Yeah, we'll keep this since it's already set up. So it was Earl. I don't think we had to. We'll swap out. We'll swap up the match. Round 2. It's Earl and Breako QT versus Coomshot and Zoa. So if you can drop that group and join Coomshot, and we'll just go with this.
All right. Do I invite?
Yeah, I will.
Okay, invite Cryophobia.
There's the new brackets are on the stream now, so y'all can see.
Oh boy.
All right. I'm gonna get the ready check on this side. And I will jump out of y'all's little voice chat so y'all can do your good stuff. All right, I think they're ready on this side. So it's going to be a random map. So either of y'all. So we'll just say challenge. I think Coomshot's on his ranger. I know he's on his Okay, let's do this. Brand Marina. There we go. So that is the random map. And we will not click. So the way that these are always working is the first map for each series is just going to be random. And then whatever team loses that game will get to choose the next map. So like before we were doing the coin flip thing to determine all that, but we're not doing that anymore. We're just doing the random map at first, and then the teams get to go and select what they want to do after that. And obviously I'm not playing, I'm just able to say I'm our Rune Master so I can be stealthy and commentate and all that. I'm probably just going to stay down here. Alright, so we got the Barbarian and the Primalist versus the Chronomancer Reaper. Barbarian and Primalist we've seen in competitions before as a comp, and they are able to do a lot of damage. So immediately opening up onto Earl, building those counter stacks, trying to get some early damage. They put a Soul Shock onto the Primalist to keep him locked down, and the Barbarians go in there. They don't have a lot of health sustain. Zoa is already down to 50% HP, taking a lot of damage. They don't really have heals. The Primalist has a little bit of heals, but not enough to really keep him up, and Earl's able to just back up and sit at a safe spot. And Zoa's still going in, taking a lot of damage. He's going to have to try to back up. They are putting a lot of damage on a Breako QT, though. They might be able to take him down, but that healing coming in from the Chronomancer, able to just keep his teammate alive. And this Barbarian does go down, and so now it's just a Primalist in the 2v1. And he does fall down and not able to get on top of the Chronomancer, and then the Reaper and Chrono just follow up and take him out here. So that is the end of this round. So now they can... We'll have to go kill monks. Alright. So now Errol and Breako QT take round 1. So now Zoa and them. Alright, so it's their map. They get to select what map they want to challenge on now. Wait for them to be readied up here. He's got to reset his stacks here. It's one thing with Chronomancer is like the Order and Chaos thing is all kind of bugged out. So you got to like reset your stacks in between all the games. That way they'll even out. So you see he's got to sit there and build up to 100, and then there we go. Then it swaps. Alright, so get the ready check on this side. That's the one thing as a Chronomancer, you're supposed to start at 50-50, so you do have to start the matches at 50-50 Order and Chaos. Because that would be the default normal starting point for a Chronomancer. It's similar to like pre-stacking solar power and stuff on other classes, right? or like, you know, summoning a bunch of skeletons as a necro. You know, it's not something that you normally be able to do. So, so getting into round 1, we did see that the side of Zoa and Bullseaman, which is Coomshot, was able to go in, and they were able to pump out a lot of damage, but I think they were just a little bit sloppy in their execution, so we're going to have to see. They chose a more of an open, like, you know, leveled out map, so there's not going to be as much of the LOS thing, and immediately both of them just jumping onto Earl and doing a bunch of damage. Earl going to try to back up and run away. He does have his Chronomancer healing. He's putting a time guard up on himself, so now when he drops low, he will get the automatic kill. You saw that just pop right there. He went back up to 50% HP. But they are just still putting a bunch of pressure on him, and there's only so much that he can do as the Chronomancer. He might actually go down to the Barbarian here as soon as the Primalist goes and like reconnects with him, but the Primalist just goes down to the Reaper, so now it's all up to the Barbarian to finish off the Chronomancer. Can he do it? He might be able to get on top of him. There you go. He gets the charge and the finish off. So now it's a 1v1 Reaper versus Barbarian, but I think the Reaper has much more health sustain than the Barbarian does, so it's going to be really hard for him to finish off right here. He is below the threshold, but yeah, you can see right there, the Reaper sustain is just too much to win in a 1v1 versus the Barbarian. So that will finish that match. So now we go... We're going to report the scores here, and it was Earl and Rebecca QT. There we go. So that's 2, so now it's 3. So we got Ave and Storm versus Volfa and Bone. So I will join Ave. Whisper, join Bone. Get the ready check on this side. Waiting on. Alright, cry. Oh. Alright, there we go. They're ready on this side. Yeah, no, and we just do, it's a 2v2, but we put 3 people in just so we can spectate. So just waiting on Bone and Volfa for the ready up. Looks like he's going in. Alright. We'll do the random arena. And we'll challenge. Bone. There we go. So first map looks like it's going to land on the Nagrand Arena, which will actually be a really good map for this comp with the Stormbringer Venomancer, because Stormbringers want those large open maps without a bunch of LOS. Think of them like a destruction lock on the normal retail realms. They want to sit in the middle of this arena and have no issues with LOS and just be allowed to free cast. Because if a Stormbringer can't free cast and not build up his stacks, they're going to not be able to build a lot of threat. They're not threats. They're not going to be able to build up a lot of stacks, and that's really going to hurt their damage. So I would say that out of all 3 of the arenas that we have access to, Nagrand Arena is definitely the go-to for Stormbringer right now, if played properly. And he is paired up with the Venomancer, so they are going to have some interrupts on their side, some decent mobility. They're going to have some sleeps, some heals, kind of a jack-of-all-trades comp here. They should have some decent damage, so we're going to see how they're able to go up against here. And I know on the other side they're fighting a Necromancer, and I can't remember what class Volfa is. He is a Cultist, so Necromancer Cultist. So this could be one of the same things. Necromancer's kind of in the same boat. They want to sit in the middle and be able to cast, but they're just immediately running straight in. And looks like now the team is going to engage immediately opening up with the Paralyzed Sleep onto Bone from the Venomancer. Oops, I got knocked out. But then, yeah, the immediate Vision of Doom from the Cultist, so they're going to have to run away and try to avoid as much of this damage as they can, try to get some CCs in there, because this Vision of Doom does a lot of damage. Alright, so still just chasing down Storm. He's able to keep his health up a little bit, using some of his CC, and like his mobility and some heals. But yeah, he just goes down to the Vision of Doom right there. So, I don't know why they're chasing me. Yeah, they're over here damaging me like I'm part of it. That's one thing. Vision of Doom pulls me out of stealth because of like the AoE. Yeah, so there's not much I can do. But yeah, they're just going and opening up on A field now. So one thing to note. So Vision of Doom is a 10-minute cooldown. Right? And so the way that we have that set up is they get to use it once per series. So they just use their Vision of Doom in the first round. They're not going to be able to use it again in this match. So we're going to move on to the next round. And Aphil and Storm are going to be able to select the map that they want, and the other team running the Cultists will not be able to use Vision of Doom. Number one, because it'll be on cooldown, and we have it in the rules that you can only use one 10-minute cooldown per series. So having that cooldown is almost a defaulted win for Cultists right now, due to the amount of damage that it allows you to push out in short periods of time. It really buffs up that Gaze of Cthulhu a lot. Alright, they want to do Nagrand Arena, so we're going to do Nagrand. And yet, same map again, like this Nagrand Arena, it really is the premier map for Stormbringer. But I think they kind of didn't execute it right. They kind of wanted to hide behind these pillars. And really, you want to just get into the center and just start casting as a Stormbringer as soon as possible. You can see, Bone and Volfa, they're just going straight in. Like, they don't care. They're just going to run right into the middle. So it looks like they get the grip onto the Stormbringer, who's pumping back. And they did open up with the Paralyze onto the Cultist. So Aphil, I think, is just going to keep the Cultist CC'd. And then Storm just going to start building some stacks and trying to pump a little bit of damage into Bone. He did pop his Lord of Lightning, so this is where his damage window comes in. It's an offensive CD, but as of right now, he's not making too much out of it. Of course, Bone does have a lot of HP. He has 2.2k, whereas the Cultist only has 1600. So, in my opinion, I think it would have been better for them to open up on the Cultist and not the Necromancer. But they're retreating back to this pillar, just using some of their mobility to get around. Trying to keep the Stormbringer alive. I'm trying to get out of the way here. I keep getting pulled out of stuff. So immediately, they're still going in on the Stormbringer. He's trying to stay away. They did get the Abomination Hook to kind of bring him back in, but he does have that Tempest, which is allowing him to just constantly run around and stay away from them. Of course, they are fighting a caster team, so the only real damage he's able to mitigate is potentially some of the damage that's coming up from the skeletons here. So he's just kind of retreating, going pillar to pillar, trying to get some heals from his Venomancer teammate, doing a little bit of damage onto Bone. He did get a stun there. Did get a stun there with Vortex, which I know is one of the newer abilities for a Stormbringer. But, I mean, they're pretty much going to have to wait for his damage cooldowns to come back up. He's got up to 12 stacks on his Fist of the Gods right now. I think he's trying to get it up to 20. But there you go. He just popped the Arm of Thorn. You see that did like 50% damage to Volfa, and then they are going to do a lot of damage. The Golify onto the Venomancer to stop any potential healing. And here he goes. He's got the Body of Lightning. He's got the Lord of Lightning again. And there he goes. All that put together, and he was able to take out Volfa. So definitely not the best use of his damage cooldowns on the first rotation. I think he just kind of went in and popped them out of desperation. It wasn't able to make too much out of it. But as you can see, they waited, they kited, they kept their heals up, and they just, played slow and safe until he was able to generate those Arm of Thorn stacks. Once it got up to, 12 plus stacks, he was able to go in, pop all of his damage cooldowns, open up onto the Cultist, and take him out for the win right there. So now the score is 1-1. It is going to be Volfa and Bone's turn to choose a map. Again, they're not going to have their Vision of Doom, but they will be able to, choose what map they want to go on. And so if I was them, they're probably going to be choosing something like Blade's Edge Arena if I had to guess anything, because that's a really bad map for casters. Just due to the nature that, it's a lot of LOS points, and you got the bridge, you got the pillars. You can play it a bunch of different ways, and it's really hard for a Stormbringer to play on that map. So, challenge, whenever. So, Bone will be selecting the map and challenging them soon. So they actually elected to go the Ruins of Lordaeron. I think this is like a nice middle ground between the Grand Arena and Blade's Edge. like there's more LOS in the middle, so it's not quite as open as Night Grand Arena, but it's not. There's not quite as many LOS points as you would see on Blades Edge Arena. And considering they are running double caster on the other side with the Cultist and the Necromancer, they don't want too much LOS. Looks like they're probably just going to rush and sit up on top of this crypt here. You can see Bone just going in, Storm and Afiel kind of sitting back, getting those heals out. Storm immediately popping Lord of Lightning, just trying to get some entry damage onto Bone, just like they did last round. But of course, you know, Bone is the more tanky of the two enemies that they're fighting. But they're actually able to put a lot of damage onto him, a lot more than they were able to last time, and he takes him out right there. So they're actually able to go in, and I guess they fixed whatever mistake they had last time. I'm assuming that the Cultist was able to get some good heals onto Bone last series, and they were able to just shut that down. So immediately going in, taking Bone out as fast as they can during those damage windows. And now look at that Arm of Thorum. That just did about 50% of the Cultist's health. Probably hit about like a 900 to a 1000 damage on that one Arm of Thorum. So that's half the that's half the playstyle of doing Stormbringer, right? You're kind of slow at the start, and you just build up your Arm of Thorum stacks, and then as soon as you get those in a nice spot, you can pop all your damage cooldowns, and then just drop a huge hit onto someone and take them out like that. So I'm going to report the scores here. Ave and Storm wound up taking that game, and so now we are moving on to the we're moving on to round 4, which is Engineer in Good Mood. Never mind. Whisper, Engineer, invite, Cryophobia. Oh, anyway, where's Good Mood at? I just realized I should have been casting with him this whole time. I wasn't casting with him last time because it was his turn to go, but now it wasn't. So, okay, we'll get it going after the next one. After this match and the next one, then we'll jump in. Yeah, my bad, Good Mood. I didn't even think about it. Because in the other bracket, I had the first round, and then you had the second round, so I was waiting, but then we changed the brackets, and I didn't, like, reconnect in my head that it wasn't your turn to go. So, alright. Make sure that they are good to go on that side. Get the ready check on our end. So again, we have the Engineer in Good Mood versus PvP Trainers and Thors. So another Staff Runemaster Guardian versus the Tinker Witch Doctor. So we are going to go ahead and do the challenge on the random arena. Challenge Good Mood, and they get Ruins of Lordaeron as the first map. So let's see, between Guardian Runemaster and then the Witch Doctor Tinker. I'm thinking that this map is pretty neutral for both teams. Neither of the teams really heavily rely on LOS, right? Like, the Runemaster is going to have a little bit of LOS, but the Guardian doesn't really care about that too much. And then same thing, the Witch Doctor needs some LOS, but they're pretty mobile and they're able to do some melee damage as well. As well as the Tinker on the other side, right? Like, a lot of classes here need LOS, but it's not... being on a map like Ruins of Lordaeron isn't going to severely hurt either of their team comps on this side. So, I mean, if we look at the team comps, we know that the Tinker Witch Doctor, they definitely have more burst out of the two between Airstrike and the rest of the Tinker cooldowns, and then the big damage that the Witch Doctor is able to pump out. And then the Guardian and the Runemaster are definitely going to be much tankier, right? They're going to have the Guardian's HP, like he has 2.4k. They also have his cooldowns. And the Runemaster has almost 3k effective HP with the with this amount of mana. Immediately opening up on the Engineer, just popping all of the CDs. You see the Rune of Power and everything dropped onto there, and he's just spamming those spell rafts into Engineer. And he's trying to run. Goodmood trying to keep him alive. The Guardian just chasing him down. They did get a slow right there. But you can see the Rune Master just not letting up on the Tinker. And he's still able to hang on. He's not quite dead yet, but he is LOS in Goodmood. And you see that big heal just came out from Goodmood. Got him back up to 50% HP. He's still just running. Luckily, this beam ignores LOS. So Engineer is able to just run around and try to LOS the offense here. And Goodmood's able to still heal him. But looks like that channel stopped, and he's barely hanging on. And yeah, and there it goes. He finally goes down right there. And now they're just going to turn and finish up on Goodmood. So it's looking like Thor's and PvP Trainers is going to take the first game here. So I think what they're going to have to do is play a little bit more back on the side of Goodmood and the Tinker, and really give the Tinker a little bit of time to set up. And then Goodmood, your map. So now Goodmood, they get to select their map. Also, I didn't really take care of this beforehand, but this is going to be a this is a community prize pool, right? So I'm putting 100 gold of my gold into the prize pool, and I think what we're going to do is we're just going to do probably just first place this week, because you know it's not as official of a prize pool. So if anyone wants to put it, whoever wins first place will just get the gold. There's no like DP prizes or anything like that this week. We're saving those for the Saturday tournaments. This is just kind of, you know, a for fun little B tier tournament to take a look at all the other classes. So if anyone wants to contribute to the pot, if we get a big enough pot, we can split it up between the top 3 places, right? Like, I'm fine with that. As of right now, it's just the 100 gold. So if anyone wants to donate, then just send me a message or open up trade with me, or just let me know. Just let me know, and I'll write it all down. Okay, let me put it in a notepad. So 100 gold from me. Livet said he'll put in 100 gold. 50 gold from Coonshot, he'll throw it in. 100 gold from Cryophobia, which is Monks, and we'll take care of that in a second. Let's get into this round. So they did elect to go on the Blade's Edge Arena. Alright, so Goodmood gonna just immediately go in, and then Engineer setting up. We have seen this team run on the Blade's Edge Arena too. Look at that, he uses his mind to immediately jump up onto the bridge, but the Rune Master just chases him up here with Ward. And so looks like he did build a decent amount of damage down onto Thor's, but Engineer still taking a decent amount of damage. He's just still doing like last game, trying to run, trying to get a little bit of damage, pop some decent damage in PvP Trainers. Look, he's down to almost 30% of his HP right there, but Engineer still taking a lot, and he does go down. Unfortunately, just not able to keep up right there, but Thor's is really low. Goodmood might be able to finish him off right here and then make it a 1v1. Looks like he might, so he did finish it off right there. If he's able to stabilize his HP, he might have a chance, but yeah, he wasn't able to get around LOS. The Rune Master just stood on top of him and was able to just, you know, barrage out those spells. One thing to notice is the mana, right? We saw PvP Trainers get down to sub 30% mana, but you can see casting all those spell rafts with the mana regeneration and the new 3% mana per cast, he's able to just sustain his HP without the need of a healer. Alright, so the PvP Trainers and Thor's team takes that win right there. Now we're moving on to round 5, which is myself and Cryophobia again. So let me get that invite. Versus the I'm Retarded and Uba team, which I believe is the Cultist and a Pyromancer team, if I'm not mistaken. Boom.
Hey.
Alright, so we got 100 gold in the pot there.
Yeah, I'll give one the tournament ends. And I can log monks.
Okay. I bet Rented probably, yeah, Rented's gonna throw some in. Give us 1 second, we're just kind of building up this prize pool. 2, alright, so Rented's throwing in 2 golden pearls. Golden pearls from rented.
My man throwing in fucking junk.
That's right, dude. Throwing in a little bubble gum over here. We deal with cash.
Dude, I'm gonna throw in 4 Ramsey Rum Black Labels, dude.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Oops, we don't need to save this. Okay. So now it's us versus I'm retarded Uba. So I'm gonna.
Who are we
make sure
against?
they're ready. Cultist Pyro. It's I'm retarded and Uba.
Hmm.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, so random arena.
I don't know against that. Which should we focus? Probably the Pyro.
Yeah. I'd say probably the Pyro. Because, I mean, Cultists... Cultists will have vision at some point, and I don't think there's too much we can do against that. Make sure we're good to go here.
Just hog the pillar here as well. Like, go down at the bottom, I think.
Alright. Yeah, Uba is 1800 HP, the Cultist is 2k, so... Whoops, he pulled me out. We're ain't familiar. I didn't realize dropping, I might get a re-stealth. Dropping, Tentacle pulls me out of stealth. Alright, I got a re-stealth here. I'm gonna go up and around, actually. Yeah, if you want to start poking him there. I can open here. Yeah, I'm gonna open it. Dropping a rune here. CC'd.
Can you drop it down? You should go down, yeah. That's that.
Alright, good, we got the stun.
You should probably survive this, I think. Oh no, you can't. Fuck.
No, I am.
Oh, yes, that's good. I forgot you have warp.
Okay, he left.
Nice, he left. Okay.
It's alright, he didn't kill me.
I absolutely forgot about having warp. That was nice.
Yeah, I was just gonna outrun. I guess they left, right? Just double check. I definitely didn't die yet.
Yeah, he didn't die. He left. He just stood in one place and left when his visions went out.
He said he died. Oh, he died. He died from insanity.
Oh.
That's. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah, you usually don't see that because if he pops visions, then he wins instantly. But no, he didn't.
Yeah. I know. I thought I was gonna die, and I was like, wait, I can just like LOS, get a re-stealth, wait for vision to go off. Yeah. All right. So now it's their map.
Get you. Runes. Okay, here I'm for sure not going to the middle. Like, I'm just gonna wait back here. Actually, no, I'm gonna go to the left. Like, you know, the tombstone where you can LOS. I'm gonna go there.
Okay.
If he pulls me in, you should just start hitting the pyro instantly.
Okay.
Like if he grips me.
Do you want me to go over with you and drop a rune on you, or?
Nah, like my damage isn't that important.
Okay.
I'm probably going to be focused, so I'm gonna just try and survive.
Alright, yeah, I'll show up on the pyro. But yeah, Diego, you ought to get a character going, man. Like I said, these Sunday tournaments, there are no entry fee or anything. These Saturday tournaments are an entry fee.
Wait, I didn't ready up. Oh, what yeah, you're good.
I got pulled out somehow. Yeah, this is like a horrible opener.
Yep.
Ben Will.
Oh my god. What happened to me? Yeah, did you get pulled out because of the prep familiar?
Well, I put it on stay, so it wouldn't pull me out. But I got pulled out. I got pulled out somehow anyway. I actually don't know what hit me.
It's fine. I can do something else next game.
That's alright. I'll fix whatever happened.
I think familiar isn't that worth. Like,
Yeah, that's probably not. I was gonna use it because what arena do we want?
against them, probably Negran, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Have a good one.
Yeah,
I'm
not
just
gonna
gonna
pop.
stay back at the pillar.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use familiar. I was gonna use it because we both get 5% magic damage. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're gonna put it down at the base, you shouldn't.
See, like he just, I don't know, he just dropped that tentacle right on top of me. I guess he knew. I guess it is kind of obvious from down the middle. I gotta restuff.
You're gonna get bend build. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he got the breath in front of me, before me. Okay, you're getting mana back. Wait, he hit through your mana shield, what the fuck?
Yeah, some things do hit through mana shield. I don't know. Yeah, something's hitting through my mana shield. I don't know what.
Yeah, his gaze hits through mana shield for some goddamn reason. I mean, if he kills you with that, that's kind of fucking annoying. I mean, you can always wait for his incident to drop.
Yeah, his gaze
Not
is
fair.
hitting me. Yeah, I don't know why it's hitting me through it.
That negates caster RM because it's supposed to be tanky because of the mana regen.
Yeah, I don't know what we're supposed to do about that.
I mean, him just running around with instant casts that kill you through to your mana shield is kind of unfair at this point, but sure, we
Yeah.
can just take well, I guess.
I mean, I haven't
Fine.
noticed it hitting through mana shield before. I don't think it did in the other one.
I mean, the other ones, they focus me, I think. That's why you didn't notice.
It does. It says it has since launch. I mean, I guess there's nothing you can really do about it then. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll just, we'll take the loss for that one and then come back. Next time we'll just have to
it's
focus
fine.
someone else. Yeah, it's whatever. Alright, report scores. Take the win there. Yeah, that's kind of lame. Alright, so that was round 5. So now we're on round 6, which is Engineer in Good Mood versus D's Nuts and Aurelia EXE. Alright, so I'll join Good Mood.
Oh, okay.
If you'll join D's.
Yeah. They're ready.
Okay.
Yo,
They're ready on this side, so we'll do random. Aurelia EXE.
keep it real.
Ruins. Alright, let me drop down here. No, I'll just stay right here. Yeah, but I mean, I guess that is part of a bug. I never knew gaze hit through mana shield. I feel like I've never seen
Neither
it through
did
mana
I.
shield, but yeah. No way to restore my health, so I will. Yeah, because I would have definitely won that, but Hey, it is what it is. As it is part of the reason why we're doing these tournaments to expose
Yep.
bugs.
Okay, so Reaper and Witch Hunter versus what is on the anime?
Witch
team?
Doctor,
Witch
Witch
Doctor
Doctor
and
Tinker. Yeah, so I mean, we know that these nuts over there. He's gonna have a lot of damage pumping out on here. I think what they're gonna have to do on the Tinker side is they're just gonna have to load up all their damage cooldowns and airstrikes onto these nuts and try to just take them out. And
Yeah.
which,
he has no way to negate the damage.
yeah, Goodmood is just gonna have to do his best to keep him alive. And yeah, you can see immediately just dropping in the airstrike, popping full damage to these onto these nuts, trying to get as much
They
damage
could
as
actually
they
get
can.
him.
Yeah,
I
they
think
might.
they're going to get him with
It's
that.
50%
Sapper charge going off.
Yeah, and there's another one. He's down to 20%. Goodmood trying to get in and do some damage, but they got the Soul Shock into the Trinket. Yeah, and Goodmood just trying to put
Engineer's
some
going
damage
down.
into him, but
Uh,
unfortunately, Engineers goes down. Goodmood might be able to take out D's. He does take out D's, and it's a 1v1, but I think he's just too far
Yeah.
behind on the HP. He might be
There's
able
not much
to.
he can do.
Yeah, he might be
There's
able to
not much
kite,
he can
but
do.
yeah, unfortunately, he can't. A lot of his healing
Can you
has to
leave?
be
Nope, okay.
stationary. Yeah. All right. Well, now it's their it's their map, or it's Goodmood and Engineers map. They'll probably go with the Blade's Edge again. I don't know if they'd want to go Blade's Edge versus a Witch Hunter though, with the ability to jump up and everything.
Yeah.
Hey, how you
All
doing?
right, they do.
I mean, last time it
Blade's
seemed
Edge.
like they didn't even know what map they want to go. I was in the party chat.
Yeah.
I mean,
we'll
they
see. I mean,
are kind of just miming around with the team.
Does Airstrike reset per arena? I know it's a 5-minute CD.
I have no idea. I mean, maybe because it's a 5-minute CD it does, but I think anything that's above 3 minutes doesn't get reset.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
Engineer says it does reset, but
Okay,
apparently
then
it doesn't do as much damage as it used to.
Mhm.
So it's not.
Yeah,
as
the
strong.
damage and the cooldown got halved.
Yeah, but let's see.
Which is kind of interesting because, I mean, maybe it's 5-minute cooldown, but the damage is not
They
that big
didn't
of a
have
deal anymore.
Coolify, Michael. We weren't
Like, it
fighting
deals
in
as
the
much
code,
damage as
so
like a
I don't
2-minute
know.
cooldown should.
Yeah, but I mean, they had the right idea, right? They know that they've got to pump the damage out onto these nuts and try to take them out. Like, that's what we had to do
Yep.
on our match against them. And then,
Yeah,
get him
they
down
almost did it.
first. Yeah, I think Goodmood just has to rush in, and he just got to use some of that Witch Doctor damage to help finish him off. I think he was hanging in the back a little too much. These nuts flying in, taking a lot of damage on the entry. He's
Yeah, strike
able to
or
get into
event,
melee right here. And then Engineer taking just as much damage. These nuts is lower, but they are trying to kite him around. These nuts about to go down. They actually do take him down.
Okay.
So now it's still a 2v1.
They might be
needs
able to pull this out.
Yeah, Goodmood needs to just stabilize Engineer, and they are going to do the Soul Shock on a Goodmood. I bet we'll see the Trinket. Yeah, immediately pops the Trinket, but he's not doing anything else right now. But they are able
Is
to
the meme
stabilize
team
HP.
going to prevail?
Yeah, the Engineer able to use that landmine to jump himself up on the bridge to kite that
That's a
Reaper.
good utilization of the landmine.
Yeah, he did that on the in their first round. He was able to do that, and yeah, definitely they like this map specifically for kiting the Reaper. So they are actually able to take this one, so make it a
Interesting.
1-to-1, and now it's going to be Tease Nuts and Aurelia EXE's map. So they can challenge whenever. Just challenge Goodmood. And I'm
Yeah,
assuming
I mean,
they're gonna go with something like Ruins of Lordaeron or Nagrand.
Yeah, Ruins is a great map for them.
Yeah. Oh, I just read it up. I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. All right. So 1-to-1 in this map, and Goodmood and Engineer were able to take it. They might, even without being able to kite as effectively, they might still be able to pull out the win if they can put that damage onto these nuts like they did again. And if Goodmood can get in there and pump out as much damage as he can. I know he's preferring to do more of the range damage, but I thought that Witch Doctors were able to do more melee. But they're, again, opening on the D's, the Reaper immediately opening on the Engineer, but actually wound up proccing the Dead Man's Hand. 2 procs of the Dead Man's... Is that, yeah, 2 procs of Dead Man's Hand, and they did take out D's Nuts. They were able to just go in and drop his HP. And so now they all
the
gotta do the
airstrike
same
and the
thing.
sniper charge deleted 1k off of these nuts' health. There's not much you can do against that.
Yeah, now it's all up to Aurelia to try to take out Engineer and then fight Good Mood. If he can take out Engineer, he could probably 1v1 Good Mood, but his health is just going too low. He tries to get the Shadow Meld right there, but they actually fall. And so the Good Mood Engineer team actually comes out and pulls ahead and eliminates the D's Nuts and Aurelia EXE team. Which,
dude, the memes are real.
The meme
they
team
are really.
taking out the top dogs. Everyone always expects D's Nuts to go far in these tournaments, but I mean, you know, between our team and the Good Mood team, we just showed them that, you know, he's going to have to pull out a little bit more than his Witch Hunter to come in and win these tournaments.
Yeah, maybe just the team composition is kind of bad, but maybe the removal of auto shot and the melee bug is enough to like balance out Witch Hunter damage.
Yeah. All right. So that was round 6. Moving on to round 7. It's actually us again. We keep playing like back to back to back, so I'm not able to cast with Good Mood. So it's me and you versus Coomshot and Zoa.
Okay.
So I will drop out of this team. Whisper.
If I remember right, Barbs have a damage reduction cooldown, right? Or is that only physical damage reduction?
They do, and it's physical damage. So let me see, I can pull up the tooltip. And now I'll challenge me in a second.
If it is physical damage, I think we should just go for a Barb.
Yeah, it's one good thing about that. Let's see. Yeah, it is reduces. No, it's actually just pure damage. It's just reduces damage taken by 40%.
Oh, in that case, we should go for the Primalist and just get it into a 2v1 as fast as we can. Because, I mean, their burst damage is quite huge together, but maybe if we kill them before they can execute the burst, we have a better chance.
Alright, so we get Blade's Edge as the first one.
We can always play around my fire as well. If I can get down like a fair amount of fire. Like, as soon as I see them coming in, I'm gonna drop my Flame Orb.
Okay. I'm just gonna open with a rune on top of you, honestly. I'm just gonna sit on top of
just,
you and open.
Put the rune like in the middle of the fire if you can, or somewhere near the fire. Because it has quite a big range, but I can guide around it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll run up and try to get in the middle of the bridge, and then just drop it. B-tier Rune Master. Yeah, so the thing with Rune Master is we're playing Staff Rune Master, and you can't use melee abilities. We can only cast. All right, so let's see what they do here. I think they're just gonna wait. They kind of want us to. I mean, given the fact that they're melee, they probably just want us to open on them.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I could open from the side right here and just do some damage, get them to come out.
Yeah, if you feel safe about it, I can always just put down a Flame Orb to help you. Okay, go for Barb.
Alright, drop in Rune.
Yeah, putting flames on him. Melting him. Slack's not going out, he's dead.
Yep. Nice, yeah, they chased down me. Alright, so now it's their map.
It is indeed.
I assume they're probably going to want... What would they want? I guess probably Lordaeron.
Yeah, Lordaeron is good because there's one good LOS spot, and that it's in the middle, but we can always just go to the left side, to the tomb.
Yeah,
yeah, they picked ruins. Yeah, I'm just gonna run to the left side, to the tomb.
Yeah.
Stone, I guess, because the tomb is in the middle.
Yeah. I'll try to drop rune on their side of the map. Yeah, Nobfly. So B tier is
Yeah,
like we
I
have
mean,
like the
the
top
rune you really
4
don't
and
have to
5
focus on getting
builds
under me.
banned.
Like I can try and get inside of it, but for you to just have rune and be able to free cast while they are focusing me, for example, that's better.
Yeah. And yeah, they tried killing me that time, but like, you know, I've got 1,000 more mana than like you have HP, so looks like they're just probably just going straight in.
Yeah, they seem to be.
Maybe they're just dropping the rune here. Damage on the Chromalus, getting stuns out.
Yeah,
Dropping
got the
another
breath on him.
Chromalus. Yep.
And I got some heals for myself. Yep, this is good.
Nice.
Good shit, good shit.
Alright, yep, easy. Alright, so we get the W there. Alright, next is Volfa and Bone versus Engineer and Good Mood. So I will join the Good Mood team. Oops. Actually, the Engineer team. Wait.
Should I whisper?
You will get Bone.
Or there's good mid, like, right?
Bone.
Good
Bone
mid can
is...
up in. On his room master and the caster too.
No, it's they're playing. It's
Oh,
Good
they're
Mood and
playing again.
Engineer versus Wolf and Bone. After this, I think I can cast with Good Mood for a little bit. We have a couple matches where I'm not playing.
Okay. You guys been playing just in the right fucking combination to not be able to cast together.
Yeah, exactly. It's been back to back.
Bone
They're
says
ready
hit
on
20.
this side. Yeah, so I'll just random arena. Bone. All right, random into the Negrand arena. I don't think Negrand arena specifically favors like either team. Like both of them kind of want LOS. Maybe it
Yeah,
favors
it's the most it's
like,
the most neutral map, yeah, that you can find. And
There
it
are
seems
some
like
that are
Bone
really
switched
good.
from spell power gear all the way over to his stem gear.
Really, so
He's
gonna
on
be
at
pretty tanky.
2.7k.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're gonna see how. I mean, I guess you could say that Engineer and Good Mood they really want to run on the Blades Edge Arena map. Like they don't want to run on maps like this simply because they're able to kite. But with the Cultists having the grip, you know, if Engineer tries to use his mines to jump up on the Blades Edge Arena bridge, the Cultist probably could just grip him straight out of the air back onto the ground. So that kind of counters them in that sense. So, but Good Mood and Engineer should have the higher damage. So we're gonna have to see who they choose to go on here. So yeah, we can see Bone at the 2.7k and Volfa at 1900. So we will have to see. Of course, I get pulled out. And immediately opening up with a Vision to Doom, trying to just take out Engineer as fast as he can. Good Mood pumping some damage on a Bone, and Engineer just trying to run away, but Volfa just staying on top of him with its vision.
With hard chill, it's impossible.
Yeah, so Engineer. Yeah, they just go down there. I mean, but look at the damage out on the Bone, though. Like, between Good Mood and Engineer, like, they did a lot of damage to Bone.
Yeah.
And so, even though that they got the win with the Vision, like, we could see next game without the Vision that the meme team come in and take the win with the damage that they have. So, I can't leave the arena right now, so you're just going to have to kill me.
Yep.
Look at that Rune Master tankiness. Alright. So now...
Yeah, the Visions of Doom is basically 100% win for cultist teams. Yeah. Especially with the Necromancer putting on the hard chill, there's no way to out-heal the damage because of the 90% healing reduction that Necro provides.
Yep. And of course we see right here that the Good Mood Engineer team is electing for their favorite map on the Blades Edge Arena.
Yep. I mean, I don't know how they can utilize this map against this comp, though, because they have the Cultist Grasp to pull it back up.
Yeah, they got the Cultist Grasp, and then I'm not sure if the Skeletons can jump up onto the bridge from the Necromancer. I know they have, like, a jump, But not
I
sure.
don't
I think
know.
with
I
Grave,
think,
it's like Grave March, right? Like if you use Grave
yeah, I
March,
think they
jump
can.
someone,
Like
so-
maybe not jump up, but like charge up, like warriors on retail do.
Yeah, so we'll have to see what they do here. But this is definitely the map they're the most comfortable on. You know, with Engineer being able to use his class's toolkit to kind of manipulate the map to his advantage. Whereas in the other two maps, they don't really get an advantage or a disadvantage. And considering Tinkers don't really have to cast, having the LOS isn't as huge of a deal for them. Because, you know, they're not going to get any, like, canceled abilities just because someone peeks out of LOS.
I am curious how this is going to end because Bone and Wolf have a lot of self-sustain at their advantage because of the absorbs and the heals that the cultist provides, and
Yeah,
the
they-
slows. It's
Immediately
really hard to kill
opened
them.
up the airstrike and the sapper charge onto Bone, but I mean he does have the highest HP and he did have the cultist shield there. So not able, you know, you see that entire combo only did about 10-15% of his HP right there,
That's
maybe 20.
really
so-
bad for the Good Mood team. Like
Yeah.
that's their main amount of damage that they can pump out.
Yeah, and they
But-
pumped it into the wrong person, but they are able to do a lot of damage onto Bone here. If they're
Yeah,
still
the
keeping the
cultist
pressure.
doesn't seem to be doing any healing.
So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I know he's been throwing out the shields. Looks like he is trying to spam those Eldritch Mendings onto Bone, but the Good Mood and Engineer team able
It's
to just
too
keep
low.
up the pressure. Yeah, the Cultist healing just isn't in a good enough spot. Specifically, you know, he's probably running Intellect and not Spirit, so he's probably not buffing up his spell power. But they are able to do a lot of damage, and they do actually take out Engineer. Bone is also dead, and Good Mood's just going to finish it up and take out Volva. Volva there. So
You guys have to kill me. I cannot reset.
yeah, we'll come out and kill.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, they did surprisingly enough kill Engineer, even though it looked really bad for Bone and Wolfa. Like they didn't have that big of a self-sustain that I thought they were going to have, and they did have more damage than I actually intended for them to have. Like Necro doesn't have that big of a damage as far as I know.
Yeah.
And Cultist isn't that big of a damage either. But they somehow killed the Engineer.
Yeah,
I guess because of the Horde shield.
Yeah, I definitely think that their choice of target at the beginning was not the best, right? Because Bone, obviously, we see he has, you know, 2.7k HP, and he had the Cultist shield on him, whereas the Cultist that he's playing with only had like 1700 HP and no shield, but they still elected to pump all of their damage into the tankier of the two. So maybe it was just like an oversight. Maybe they weren't really looking at buffs and health values, and they just kind of wanted to get the Necro down first. But in the end, it did work out for them. It was close, but I think they could have ended the game a lot sooner had they opened up on the Cultists instead.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they do here. Bone and Volfa going and picking the Ruins of Lordaeron. That's
And
another
I
good
think
thing.
going for Goodman might be a better option for Bone and Wolfa, since Engineer doesn't get stopped by getting hit. So it's not like Caster that if you keep focusing him, he has a harder time to deal damage.
Mhm.
Engineer doesn't get pushed back, he doesn't get any CCs because, I mean, the only CC they have is a knock-up, but he can still cast his shots while being knocked up. But Goodmood might actually have a problem like dealing out the damage and healing if he gets focused.
Mhm.
So I'd rather focus Goodmood in this situation, but we'll see.
Yep. We'll see how they decide to go into the last match. You know, still Volfa and Bone, they don't have their Vision of Madness, so definitely limited on the amount of damage that they're able to pump out. Doing the same thing as they did before, just opening up with the airstrike and sapper charges onto Bone. And you see, same thing as last. Didn't really do too much damage, but everything came out, and they were able to do about 40% of his HP right there. And Goodmood and
Yep.
Engineer just still pumping damage into Bone. Volfa going in, trying to do a little bit of damage onto Goodmood, dropping some tentacles on him. But Bone is still just dropping low. Did get the Ghoulify onto Engineer, try to buy him some time to reset the HP.
That is a
The
good goal
Cultist-
if I go.
Yeah. The Cultist did pop the Eldritch Armor to try to give Bone a little bit more of a chance to survive.
Goodmood is going down, but
Yeah.
Bone is going to die before Goodmood, I reckon.
Yeah. So there it goes. They got a stun right there, and then Bone is looking. He actually was that the dead man's hand.
Leopard Charge is
What?
going to kill Goodmood.
Yeah.
I mean Bone.
Yeah. So
Not
there you go.
Goodmood.
Bone goes down. So now they just have to finish off Volfa, and you know, Goodmood is low, but not. You know, we know Cultist damage without Vision is just not enough to outdo the Witch Doctor healing, especially not if you have an engineer or a tinker sitting on you in the back of
Yeah.
there too. So the Good Mood and engineer team able to clutch up the win there. So we're gonna put that into the score. So now moving on to round 9, which is going to be Ave and Storm versus PvP Trainers and Thors. So I will join Ave's team, and then Good Mood can jump in here,
Yeah.
and he can join Storm team. I mean, you can chill in here with us too. You know, ain't nothing wrong with having 3 casters. Let's do Ave.
I think it's too much. I'm gonna hop back to Limit and talk to them. for a
Okay.
few.
Yeah.
Look at us.
What's up, Good Mood, man?
Oh,
You're
Meme
making.
team prevails, I
Yeah.
see.
Dude, the meme team, I'm telling you, Engineer has some Agi Tinker has some subtle damage. Right? As we saw there, obviously there's a rule to be discussed about how many airstrikes you can do. It is a 5-minute cooldown as opposed to a 10, but you know, it's obviously a conversation we can have.
It's not too big of a deal, I think. I mean,
I don't
guess
think
like
it was either, but I think that's, you know, a point of discussion. But
yeah, like I guess
which
a more
team-
tankier comp, like it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Like
yeah.
probably
What
I
team
guess
am I
it's not very-
joining, Rabbit?
You are joining the Ave and Storm team. So it's Spray Feels.
I believe. I'm just gonna guess. I guess Storm is it. No, but dude, we haven't been able to cast together because you and I have just been tearing it up, dude. Like, oh my goodness, how are we supposed to cast together if we just keep getting wins?
Exactly. So Volfa and them, let's see how we want to do this. They were saying that they might want to redo the last match because whenever I'm against a cultist, like I always get pulled out of stealth, right? It's like everything that they do pulls me out of stealth. And he was saying that when I did come out of stealth, that they were tab targeting, and they were actually tab targeting onto me instead of you guys, and it was causing them to not be able to play as easily.
Okay, I mean, I'd be fine to redo it.
If you guys are fine with a rematch on your side, then we can do that, and just for the final round, and I'll try to stay like way back.
I'm okay with that. That's fine.
Okay, yeah, you know what? We'll do it. We'll do it. I'll go
Yeah.
here. We'll reopen the match.
Let me get NG back up in this humpity bump. Oh, fuck.
All right. So they will do a rematch of the final round, and I will make sure that I stay way back and out of the way. I would sit in stealth, but I don't. Something about cultists just pulled me out all the time.
Literally win trading.
Yeah. All right. So let me jump back in with. I guess invite me to your group,
Okay.
and then I can just solo cast this if we need. Okay. So we are going to redo the last round of the previous game here. So they are going to do the
Hey, what is it?
one-to-one.
I
Yeah,
get
so Wolfo was requesting a rematch of the final round because when I was getting pulled out of stealth, I was causing issues with their tab targeting. Like they kept targeting me instead of targeting, the other guys, and it was causing a lot of issues. And I think they were messing up their abilities because of it. So, and Good Mood said he's fine with redoing the final round. So,
I mean, then you should probably join their team. Because I don't think Goodwood and the engineer has some way to pull you out.
yeah, do that.
That's actually a good point.
Yeah, so I'll join there too.
Yeah, invite me, engineer and Goodwood.
Okay. How do you spell the name? It's
Neophobia.
Cryophobia.
cryophobia.
CRYO.
I'm having a stroke trying to type this. Jesus Christ.
Okay, where are you?
CRYO.
Here in front of you.
Okay, here we go.
PHOBIA.
Lily NA education. I hate to see it.
Alright.
Why can't you just, it's monks, pogs, right? These are simple knit clerics. Come on, why you gotta be weird now? Come on.
Oh yeah, I should have made it fucking pyros.
Exactly. Why didn't you do that? Why are you switching it up, dude?
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
So this was Volfa and Bones map, right? So they get to select the map again. Because they got the win, and then y'all got the win. and so they get to choose the map. So yeah, we'll do the same thing. Their map. You can jump in back down with engineer or whatever if you need.
Oh no, we're
using
not doing
voice.
comms. I'll just hang out here, honestly.
Look at that, dude, the disrespect. Not even using comms
Dude,
against the enemy.
no,
teams.
that's how meme team we are. Dude, we've have done so many battlegrounds together, dude. We just mental connection.
Well,
Yeah.
Matt,
They're talking telepathically.
Right, exactly.
you can challenge whoever. You don't have to challenge engineer. You can challenge good mood. Okay,
I mean, I gave it to engineer anyway.
They want
It's okay.
runes. It's fine. Oh, there we go. All right, so quickly redoing the last match here. They still cannot use their vision. I accidentally readied up. I gotta break my habit of clicking the ready pylon.
I'm gonna deafen myself so I don't hear the comms. Whoop.
All right, so yeah, quickly redoing the final round of the last game. Due to the cultist being able to pull me out of stealth, it was causing some issues with the tab targeting. So, and the good mood team was fine with. The good mood team is fine with the rematch there, so I will try to stay further out of the way.
I mean, hopefully I don't fuck up the tap targeting at the very back of the arena.
Yeah, you shouldn't. But
Okay. So same strategy. They're probably going to.
oh
they
no,
popped visions. Okay.
no, you can't. No,
That's
they can't
not
use
good.
vision. Yeah, they used it. We're gonna have to redo this.
Yep. Interesting.
Oh. God, sorry. They confused me. They asked me if they could use VOD, like the VOD, and I thought they were meaning like the VOD of the stream to like make a video or something. No, yeah, no, y'all can't use Vision of Doom. You already used Vision of Doom last time. I mean, they still died anyway, but no.
I think because
redo
they
it.
just stopped. Because
Yeah,
I
just
don't know.
redo. Once Bone saw that, he just stopped attacking. So. Yeah, no, you can't use the Vision of Doom because y'all used it in your first game. Sorry. I
the bottom of the
literally,
stream, dude.
yeah, I thought they were like gonna try to make some PvP video and we're asking to use the stream or the VOD. I was like, no. Yeah, you can't use Vision of Doom. So let's get a redo there.
Okay. This is
they
a
want-
complicated matchup here, dude.
Yeah, exactly, dude. 10 rounds for one game.
Oh, we're gonna redo it again.
Yes, because they popped Visions of Doom accidentally.
Well, I
Because
figured. Yeah,
they
I
asked
figured they
the-
couldn't.
Rabbit if they can use VOD, and he thought he was talking about the stream VOD.
Oh,
Okay, this is the
Oh.
real redo.
how convenient. All right, guys. This is round 3 of game 3. All right,
Yes.
this is how it goes.
Oh, hold on, I'm lagging.
Oh, I'm lagging too. F.
Yeah, this might
Server
be a
dead?
server disconnect.
Server disconnect? Uh-oh.
Let's go to general chat of the server. Any F
Yep.
spammers?
Any connection issues?
Oh, someone said rip server. All right, let's spam F, boys. You know what to do. Same
right.
shit, different day. Get the Fs in there. Pass the burrito, pass the tuna, pass the Fortnite card. I'm having a connection
That's
issue.
why I'm not in the Discord myself.
Yep, pass the
It sounds
tuna.
like a Spurks fest.
All right, it looks like we're doing. I'm having a connection issue. Everyone do your part. Please spam it.
Yep. All right. Yeah, everyone disconnected. So we
Small
will.
company.
Yeah. I thought it was me. I was like, damn, the internet's been going so good.
Right?
Luckily, it should be possibly fixed on Wednesday. I think I finally
Hey.
convinced my ISP to actually bring a truck out and fix the issue outside.
You say that, and they'll come out and they're like, "Yeah, it's probably fine."
Wait, because they
Yeah,
sent
there
the
you
guy
go. Look
out
at it.
yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I don't know what's
Wait,
the
like, what
problem.
are you complaining about? You got internet. Come on.
Yeah, they sent someone out yesterday before the tournament, even though I didn't need them to, because I already had someone at the ISP tell me that it was an issue affecting the entire neighborhood and like not just me, like everyone on my little like the tap or whatever is affecting all of us. And then they still sent someone out to my house anyway, and the guy who came out was like a contractor. He didn't even work for the ISP, and he was like, yeah, basically there's just too much stuff on the tap and they need to fix it because they've got shitty infrastructure. And he's like, they probably won't even fix it even if you complain about it, but
I think the same shit goes to the Ascension servers.
Yeah.
They DC just as much as you do.
Yeah, true. I'm playing Rune Master, Oleg.
Have you guys even been disconnected yet?
No, I'm still watching you cast your Ruby.
Dude, I'm beaming, dude.
I'm watching
You are.
Bone backpedal here. So Bone made the swap to Orc though, huh? Because I know he used to be human. I guess he wanted the what?
He
the
was
stun
human,
ratio?
then a Tauren, now
Yeah,
he's
he
Lord.
went to Tauren and then
He's cosplaying 2021, dude. Changing
Yeah,
genders and races on daily.
I mean, what would be the best spec for a Necro? I mean, do Orcs still have the stun reduction?
They do, I'm pretty sure.
But I mean, I feel like that's not even super valuable because there aren't very many stuns on COA.
It's 10% less duration. I
No, the best-
honestly still think Tarn's the best.
No, I think Droll is the best because it is a build-up class, and the 20% spell haste helps a lot to build up the runic
Yeah.
power from Chill Touch.
Like, that's why I swapped to Troll. Like, originally on my Rune Master, I was playing Dwarf because I wanted to be able to use Stone Form to, like, purge poisons from, like, Venomancers and get re-stealths. Like, I
Right.
never wound up using that, and so, yeah, I swapped to Troll for the spell haste and
Yeah,
the attack speed back when, you know, melee attack speed was broken. So, but, yeah, having the spell haste
I mean,
is-
to be honest, the poisons don't do anything for you because the absorb damage doesn't take you out of stuff.
Yeah, so,
No, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, Berserking's pretty good.
yeah. It's just,
It helps you hit
especially
that critical
because-
mass quicker.
Because orcs don't have the attack power buff, right?
No.
Correct. And
Yeah,
they don't
so-
have the pet damage either.
Yeah, and humans don't have the trinket, right? Their trinket
Mhm.
passive works kind of like it works like Escape Artist. It like removes
I
slows
think
and
so,
stuff,
yeah.
but it doesn't remove any hard CC. Anything that causes you to lose control of your character, it will not remove it. So
Yeah, I mean, the best race for basically everything is Troll, because Orcs are a close second on like actual Ascension servers, because you do have the Blood Fury buff, but on here you don't. So, I mean, the most useful ratio you can have is a Troll ratio, because it's good for both melees and spellcasters.
Yep.
It is basically a mini Bloodlust.
yeah. Well, I will be right back. I'm gonna go use the bathroom while we wait for the servers to revive, and then we'll get back onto it.
Yeah, go for it.
Are you Torrent Stomp is best from classic PvP? I mean, yeah, definitely, right? Like, Torrent definitely have some really, like, due to the fact that there's not very many people who have there's not very many classes that have stuns and stuff. Let me go here.
I mean, I think Torrent has been underrated in like every iteration of WoW. Like I played Torrent in Classic and in TPC, and having an extra stun is massive, right? Especially an AoE stun, you can really make some stuff happen. And especially at 30, where, as you said before, right, we don't have a lot of stuns. Having one, kind of nice.
I was thinking about like the ratios. Like Torrent Stomp is kind of useful because I mean against monks, if you really hate monks,
Right.
you can just use Torrent Stomp to like cancel if you don't have any interrupts.
Right, if you can't stop meditate, right, as a necro, you can't. Like if you don't, if Heart's on CD or whatever, and you need to try to burst through it, Stomp is incredibly useful.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you can stop jumps if you time it correctly, right? It's really good.
Yeah.
I will always vouch for War Stomp.
It is a really good ratio, probably one of the best ones.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it
don't
depends
know
on
if
the
they'll ever add.
character. For a necro, I don't think it's actually
Uh.
that good because I mean, you shouldn't be melee most of the time, and
People are going to get melee on you, you know what I mean?
yeah, of course, but I don't think that 2 second. Is it 2 second or is it just like 1.5?
It's
Second.
a half-second cast and a 2-second duration. 8-yard range, I believe.
Okay. Well, yeah, that is pretty good, but I don't think it's more worth than like 15 seconds. I think the troll ratio,
Mm-hmm.
and it gives you 20% spell haste. Like that's a huge buff.
Yeah, but that's only offensively, right? If you're getting gone on a necro. No, granted, War Stomp can only be used defensively, right? It's useless at 30 yards if you're
Yeah,
trying to burst
Jordan,
someone
the
down.
server went down.
So-
If you're going stamina stack like he does, then you can probably just tank the enemies and probably just cast
Right.
Chill Touch.
And also, if you get
be
down to half,
done with it.
Berserking's better.
Yeah, it gives you even more. If
Honestly,
you
I
only
would
target
say at
Stun
level-
Cleric, you can just tank and spam.
Right, exactly. So you're able to just not have to worry about stunning people because you're going to live anyway.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And probably if you have a Stun Cleric with you, you will not be focused with your 2.7k HP like Bone.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Man, I hate being stuck in here, dude. Let me out.
Yeah, like what even is this crash?
Right, I don't even get to like parkour on like the map and like practice jumps on the coffin.
Yeah.
You hate to see it. I tried to do some jumps in the last game, but I botched it.
Or you
I know
go
you
fucking
can
out of
go
the
over
basement with
myself.
the fucking blacksmith.
Right?
That's all you do in fucking AB, sit on blacksmith and jump
Hey,
up and down.
That's all I can do. My class can't do anything else.
Yeah, witch doctors are in a
granted-
sad position right now.
I mean, to be fair though, with the since we had that crash yesterday, we got the ability. Oh, some dude's posting porn again in the general chat. Poggers.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you right, very everyone go check that out and hit it with some awoogas. But there's the spell power scaling increase for Witch Doctor on Voodoo Bolt. So I don't know if you guys saw, I was casting that a lot more, like in these last games, because if I have 5 stack of my green Loa, it does like 100 damage a hit, which isn't nothing. That adds up quickly. So
Yeah, spell power Demon Hunter does more on his spell power bow.
yeah, well, you know what? I'm not a demon hunter, so I have to fucking deal with what I got. But like the
Hey,
damage is like
it's alright.
it's like some damage. So it's still got immense mana issues, but I think with the Voodoo Bolt buff, it's in a more manageable spot. But
Yeah.
you know, what can you do?
For sure. I mean, how much mana is it?
It doesn't say because we have the arena preparation buff. I believe it's like 70, maybe 67, something like that.
That's fair. I mean, it's basically just a downgrade from like Chronomancer's Sandblast. Like it deals like around the same damage, but it costs more mana and doesn't get like the speed increase from every cast.
What's the range on Sandblast? Do you know?
I think 40 yards.
Oh shit! This is a fuck.
Yeah, Sandblast is really strong. What's up with it?
Welcome. Is that tournament champion rival Livet?
Oh, shut up, dude.
Oh my goodness. I am a huge fan. I heard you were
hit him
so
up in
good
his
on
DMs
Sun.
how to play Sound
I'm
Cleric.
literally gonna go get a coffee. I'll be right back.
Joining the chat just to be.
Yeah, just spam
Just
his
go through.
DMs how to play Sound Cleric, because apparently people are spamming him how to play Sound Cleric.
No one spans me, dude. I have like there's 2 other Witch Doctor players, and we just just stick to ourselves.
Yeah, I'm not on Discord. I don't get anyone to hit me up with DMs. That's good.
You
And
gotta stand
if I
hiding,
want to
man.
know the change logs, then I just ask somebody to check it for me.
That sounds kind of casual to me, my guy.
Yeah, but actually, I was about to go with Livet, but he didn't wake up until like 20 minutes after the tournament has already started. So, yeah, I went
I
to
hate to
grab
say
it.
it, dude.
We were about to run Chrono and Pyro because Chrono has some pretty good heals, good utility, good damage. Like there's nothing that the Chrono doesn't have.
Yeah,
And
Chrono
Pyro
is a
has pretty
very
good damage.
yeah, it's very utility heavy and can do, as you said, a whole bunch of shit. And it does like I would say a bunch of it like decently well. Right? They have good utility. Right? If you get I believe it's Chaos, like an 80 plus Chaos on it's called Slow Time or whatever. The one
No,
that's
it's order. You have to stack order for the slow time. But yeah,
oh
it
okay.
is really
Okay.
strong.
Right, because if I can get up to like what, like 14 seconds, that is crazy. And
Yeah, the slow is really crazy.
now, granted, you have to like play a certain way to
All
get
right,
there. You can't just like throw it out. But it definitely, Chrono definitely has a lot of tools, and I
Yep.
feel like that's always going. I feel like Chrono is always going to be a strong class, right? For the same reason that like Mage or Rogue has always been good in WoW since the implementation of video games, because the kit itself has so many tools. So even if the damage is low or whatever, or the HP is low, because the utility it brings, it will always be at least playable.
Yeah, exactly. Chrono is just in that spot because
Right.
they have the bubble they can put on somebody. Like it doesn't heal a lot. It's just the bubble itself is so useful that
Right.
it's a really good spell.
Right. It's what is it? Time lapse, I believe.
No, it's called distortion.
Okay. Well, because there's the no time guard. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah, that's the like
The
Guardian
heal.
Angel shit from
Yeah,
League of
GA
Legends.
basically. Yeah. Guardian Angel, give me fucking flashbacks, dude. Every time I think of GA, I think of I don't know if you watched the league at this point, but it was Moscow 5, and this was like 9 years ago, and they would just run like 5 GAs. Like everyone would get GA like 3rd or 4th item, and it was the most obnoxious thing.
Yeah, I mean I don't really watch League of Legends, but I played League of Legends back in the days.
I was just if you didn't play League of Legends as a kid, you are just lying to yourself. It is a rite of passage. Everyone has to do it and then hate themselves. So you have to
Exactly.
do it.
I think Bone was saying that he was
Livid,
going
what do
for-
you think about Chronos as a healer? Me, do you think it's a good class to play?
Like strictly as a healer.
Or
I mean,
just as a class.
Just as a class, but it
I
is
don't
mostly
really
used as,
see
like, a
I don't
support
really
class.
see cleric or not cleric Chrono as a healer in general. Like I just see them more as a utility role. I don't see them as like a primary DPS or healer. They're kind of like a blend.
Yeah.
It gives me like vibes of. It almost gives me the same vibes of like a Boomkin in Classic. Like it kind of feels
Okay.
very much like that. Like the utility aspect of a Boomkin.
So
they have these-
useless. Got it.
Yeah, I mean their off heals are fine, but I mean they can also pick up a lot of the weight too of like going into a tanky position, like getting into bear and stuff like that, right? So
That's true.
Chrono
That's
feels
true.
Chrono feels the same way where you have a lot of sustain for yourself.
Mhm.
You can give it to a friendly, but then it gives away from yourself, which now you're kind of trash. And then like the
Right,
healing
right.
output's just not there. Damage wise, like I mean they're middle of the pack at best. You know what I mean? So I don't know,
Yeah.
man. I think Chrono in general is like I think the kit is really cool and it's a good kit. but they definitely need to adjust the numbers to kind of force them in a certain direction, whether it's to be a
The
healer
disconnect happened.
It's connected
or
log. Everyone
Yeah.
crash the login servers. Go, go, go.
I mean, like looking at some of the Chronomancer like later abilities, they definitely look like a class that you might have one, like one or two of, because they do have some really strong abilities in their different trees that are very like supporty.
Yep,
You know,
right.
like make people take like make bosses and stuff take a lot more damage. So they kind of seem like a thing where, you know, you probably definitely want at least one in your raid, but maybe you would bring two, like have one running the heal spec and one running like the damage over time spec, because they have a lot of things that like make bosses take more dot damage. So if you could stack them with other things, deal dot damage, like that'd be really strong.
Yeah, Witch
Yeah.
Hunter has a hex that makes, if it stacks up to 3 times, it makes the target deal 9% less damage, which is absurd on a raid boss for one debuff. That is actually bonkers, so that obviously, hopefully stuff like that gets changed, because otherwise, we're going to roll into MC and have literally no problems with anything ever.
Oh,
I'm not
I
saying
mean,
it should
yeah,
be hard
like
content, but
literally.
like,
Yeah, just bring in 5 Guardians, have them taunt the boss every 10 seconds with the 95% damage reduction.
right, exactly, stuff like that, and they'll just literally never die.
I mean, if you like look at the classes, like this is something that they haven't done yet, and honestly, it's something that we should try to test. Oh, maybe
Servers
it's up.
back up.
Yeah. we're back
Servers up.
was like just the pure utility and like some of the abilities that these classes have. Like once you put all 25 classes together in like one raid, if you're doing like, you know, like a 25-man raid, like the amount of power that people are going to have is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. It's gotta be
Um,
scary.
Yeah, like I think they're gonna have to address it later because it is really, really intense. Like once you stack all the buffs and then all the damage cooldowns and like the bloodlusts and all this, and you know runes of power. You know, if you have a rune master drop a rune of power
Right.
on all your casters with the guardian banner and the barbed bloodlust, and all of a sudden you have like, you know, stacking up like 300% spell haste and all this other stuff, and it's like it's gonna get out of hand really quick.
Yeah.
So I think Bone was leaving. I think he said he was gonna go do D&D. He'd been like stalling to try and see if he'd come, like the server would come back up.
What a loser.
I can queue up
No,
with
you
the
can't.
cultist if he needs somebody.
Well, I mean that's what I was thinking. Like the problem is technically they already lost the series, but they said that because I got pulled out of stealth, it was messing with their tab targeting, so they wanted a rematch of the last
Well,
game.
and not to be kind of BM, but we won even though they popped vision. So
Yeah, I mean Bone. It's because whenever he popped vision, I said in party chat, I said that you can't do that, and Bone just like stopped attacking,
Bone kinda
and
gave up?
he wasn't
Okay.
doing anything at all.
that
Yeah.
explains why we won.
Yeah,
I mean, we did say there are going to be like some replacement players if it's needed, right? We
Yeah.
said something about that.
yeah. I mean we did. So I mean, yeah, Kalos is a necromancer, so they could do Kalos and just do cultist necro again.
I think that's fair.
So
Yeah, whatever you guys feel.
yeah, I guess let's do
Just
that.
not live it, and I'm happy.
Yeah, I
Just-
mean it's the
just-
same thing. It's just weird because it's like it's the end of the series. Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's your call, Mr. Tournament Organizer, man.
Yeah, I mean we'll go. You know, we'll do a game. I mean it's the same comp, so
Right.
all right.
Yeah, Kalius and Wolfa can team up.
All right.
Did they?
Yo,
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
No, you can't use VOD. Yeah, unfortunately,
This dude.
they already use VOD, so he wants to pop it. All right. So they wanted ruins. Are y'all good over there? Good mood.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. So they wanted ruins again. So
keep it real.
All right, let's do it.
Got here. Kylos attacked the ogre hitting dummy outside. Now he's like in combat. He couldn't accept the invite.
Oh my god, this fucking rematch is taking so much.
I know, like 1
time.
hour for a game.
Yeah, I think rematches shouldn't be done anymore.
Alright,
Yes.
fine. We'll do it like this. He can 2v1. He just gets to use. He'll get to use vision here. We'll do that. He can 2v1 them. He gets to use vision. And
That's
whatever.
interesting, I guess.
But, I mean,
No, I mean,
I don't. I really think we just move on it. At
yeah,
this point.
I think we should just move on. Like, let's
Yeah.
see how this turns out. Like, they might be able to survive, but I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Nope,
did. They
nope.
just.
But Wolf dies. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna move on. Obviously, you know, we had a disconnect in the middle of it. Server crash. Bone left.
Yeah, this was really messy, but
Engineer in good mood won the previous time, so we'll just, you know, we'll throw it.
yeah,
up.
let's just say no rematches unless there's like something real bad that happened.
Yeah, like I was definitely fine with the rematch.
'Cause, I mean, if you lose because of the tap targeting, that's pretty much your problem.
Yeah. All right.
Even though, I mean, I like to use tap targeting as well, but you shouldn't really rely on tap targeting.
All right. So now moving back, we have Avon Storm versus PvP Trainers and Thors. So I'm going.
All right, who you want me joining?
Join Avon then.
Yeah.
All right, Whisper. One of my boys is making fun of me because the other guy DC'd. We won like 3 times. All right, we earned it. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I mean, respect, dude. Tinker and the Witch Doctor actually pulling out some wins.
Right, I feel like it's like it'd be a good. I want to say like B tier comp.
Yeah.
You know, it's not your stereotypical rogue mage, but you know, I feel like it can. It's got like good like staying power. It's got self sustain. If I'm better with my mana, like management, then it can go on for a long time. And obviously, turrets are going to add up very quickly over time.
We got it ready up on this side.
All right.
We have the. Wolfa wants a shout out to the Twilight's Hammer. Isn't that the cultist only guild?
I think so.
All right, so if y'all.
I mean, that would be some gnarly RP shit that would make sense. So.
Yeah,
Right.
Twilight's Hammer.
I doubt they're a barbarian guild.
All right, so they got the ready up on that side.
No, I never really understood the one class only
Let
guild.
me double check with them
Yeah, make sure they're ready, and then we'll do the
just to
random.
make certain. I think they are, but obviously I don't want to assume. I got a plus and an R. They are ready to go.
All right, random arena versus Ave Heal. Oh, can't target him. Random arena versus PvP trainers.
Be good.
Okay, I can't. Please, if
Are you doing it to
challenge
Av?
earlier. I tried challenging Av, but it said your opponent's not in a city or tavern. Oh, hold on.
What?
Let me do. It's Avon Storm, right?
Yep. Yep, there we go.
There we go. Random on the
Easy peasy. All right, and then I will hide in the corner.
Yep. All right. So finally moving on. Right, we had a little bit of some technical difficulties and the server crashing and rematches and all that. But so now we're gonna have the Guardian Rune Master versus the Stormbringer Venomancer. So definitely, I would say this map definitely favors the Guardian and Rune Master team a bit more, right? Given that the Stormbringer really wants something open like in a grand arena. So we're gonna see what they go. We saw that Thors and PvP trainers on the last game they played really just ran down their target. So I'm assuming they're probably just gonna go and full send on the Stormbringer, try to prevent him from casting and I think that'll be the most effective strategy because it's really just going to shut down a lot of the damage that they have. Meanwhile, Ave is going to be trying to, use his sleeps to mitigate the damage. I'm not sure who he's going to pop it on, but we're going to see what happens here. So it looks like, yeah, they're just sitting in the back, getting some heals out. Immediately opening up on the Stormbringer here. He's using his mobility to try and stay away. We get the Unleash runes. I haven't seen a Rune of Power yet from the Rune Master, so he hasn't dropped all of his full damage. He might not even pop it, but they are still going onto the Stormbringer. His health's not
Storm's
dropping
not able to get any
too
static.
hard.
He can't
Yeah.
fight back. Like he has to be able to hardcast for like 4 or 5 seconds. Now he's at 6 stacks of Fist of the Gods, right, up to 20, and Armathorium hits for like 1200.
Yeah, he just popped
you
Body
just
of
gotta get
Lightning, and so he's doing a little
Okay.
bit of damage to Thor's while he's on top of him.
He still doesn't pop Lord though, right?
I'm not sure. He normally pops it at the start and then builds up some stacks.
Oh, he's at
And
13, 14 arm.
Yeah, all he needs
45
to
static.
do. Ave's got the Rune Master on lockdown, but the Rune Master did get a re-stealth and going in. So now we're just waiting up. He's at 14 static, 15. He's trying to get the arm. He's trying to get the arm
Yep.
now. All he needs to
Here
do
comes.
is hit
Oh
that
my
big.
god.
And look
Yep,
at that
and then
damage
here
onto
comes-
Thor's. And he's at 10
Holy shit.
health. All he needs is a little bit of damage.
Thor's
And there he
down.
goes. He goes down. So now
But
it's just Storm.
Av is out of mana.
Yeah, Av has no mana. Storm doesn't have any cooldowns anymore, and they are fighting a Rune Master who has full mana, right? And he's able to just chase it down. If I was him, I would honestly try and get a re-stealth just to get the instant cast.
So I
Ave
think
and
Storm is
just
playing
trying
it
to run
right.
away.
Just
Yeah.
trying to Tempest away, doing his jump, trying to buy time for Av to get mana. Because obviously, once Av gets mana, they are able to out-sustain the Rune Master.
Mhm.
But the Rune Master has to try to end now, keep the pressure up,
Yeah.
keep Av using the 10 mana he has left on every spell available. He can't get ticks, and he's just got to push it.
Curious
Yeah,
why
and-
Storm didn't decide to put Body of Lightning on Ave though, because that restores some mana
Yep.
on the target that he put it on.
Restores 10%,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, so maybe he might not be fully aware of that. He did just pop Lord of Lightning, looking to just try and get some stacks. PvP Trainer just making a stand, just sitting still and just throwing out some abilities, trying to do what damage he could. But I think at this point he's probably falling behind a little bit too much. Storm's back up to full HP.
To remember, Stormbringer cannot build Armor of Thorim stacks onto RMs because they have the Absorb Shield.
Right, exactly. So he
that's
was
something that
building a
needs to be-
few off of the Runic
Oh no,
Familiar.
he's building them now. Yeah, I think he's building them now. Yeah, he's been building
Oh
them.
yeah, he is. Oh yeah, it got
I bet
fixed.
they probably fixed it. Yeah, that's good. Because there were several abilities like that weren't affecting Rune Masters due to their shield. Like the Sun Cleric Desecrate wouldn't give you an instant cast because it didn't do any damage.
Storm's
Yeah,
trying to work
they're-
on his static.
They're just playing slow and building up some stacks. Obviously, you can see they're not pumping out a lot of damage, and the Rune Master actually has really good health sustain. So he's just going to try and pump out the damage. But against the having a healer
here
team
comes
on the other
Lord.
side. Yeah.
Storm's going in.
Yeah, let's
He's
see
trying
if
to
he
get
can...
the surges.
Yeah, PP Trainer's still sitting at, above the mana. You can see the mana sustain that Rune Masters have.
Oh shit,
now
here
he-
it comes.
Yeah.
Oh, he
look
stunned
at that.
himself. He did it at 80.
Oh, no.
Shit. Oh my god. Oh
He just
shit.
threw right there. He
got greedy. He went for one too many. He was at 85 static. He went for another crackling surge, which gets 20. He got a tick down to 80, went straight up to 100.
Yeah.
Took 90%, stunned for 10 seconds, and PvP trainers took him out.
Yeah.
And now, all of a sudden, it's, this is some orange marmalade shit.
Yeah, and Ave still is going to be low on mana, right? Because I don't think we have the arena water to drink. So
Interesting.
That's
I don't
correct.
know why would Storm even try to do that. If he gets up to 20 stacks, just slowly but surely, he would be able to one-shot just with the Arm of Thorim.
So
Well,
for
to be fair,
everyone-
obviously. No, you go.
for everyone watching, if you don't know, when a Stormbringer, they have a static resource that they generate while they use their abilities. And as your static goes up, you do more damage based on your intellect. But if you hit 100 static, you take like 90% or 80% of your health in damage, and you get stunned. And that's what Storm just did. They were building stacks and just building some static against PvP trainers, but he accidentally went just a little bit too high and wound up hitting the 100 static and dropped down to 10% HP, and PvP Trainers was able to just finish him off right there. And now it's the
And he
Venomancer
feels
versus the
right.
Runemaster. Yeah. And I mean, we
Stamping
know
is going to kick in. It doesn't affect
Yeah.
PvP trainers at all because he just does Spell Wrath and gains mana. So in
Exactly.
the longer this goes, I mean, Av doesn't. Now, granted, Av has got PvP trainers to use like a third of his mana. So if he can just keep up the rhythm he's got going on, you know, Venomancer can do a little bit of damage, right? They're not known as a burst class, but they can do something.
But I mean, I don't even think unless he goes in and uses all of his like damage abilities, just like passive poison won't even out damage the passive regen on the Spell Wrath. Not
Yeah,
to
and
mention the
that's very
fact
true.
that you get 3% mana every time you Spell Wrath now, which is
Yep, on top of the
huge-
buff,
yeah,
right?
a huge thing for the sustain, and that is one thing that Caster Runemaster has over the melee Runemaster, is that you do have a lot more health sustain. And soon
Right.
the inscribe rune thing still doesn't work. Okay, I don't know what that was all. I think he gripped me because Ave grabbed he grabbed the crystal, the stealth crystal, and then pulled me instead of pulling PvP trainers. Which I mean, you know, that's what am I supposed to do about that? But I don't think it's going to affect the outcome of the match too much. You can see he's sitting there trying to do some
I don't think
damage.
Av has the damage
There's
to push
no
through.
way. There's no way Ave can actually kill a Rune Master in the 1v1,
Because as we're
especially with
seeing,
dampening.
right? Because as we're seeing, right, we've seen this, you know, all afternoon or evening, wherever the hell you live. But Caster Runemaster has so much more sustain. They don't have the damage that a Dagger Runemaster has, right? Dagger Runemaster is notorious for the unleash runes into the triple firebrand, into the whatever the thing is.
Yeah, pyro
And
strides.
just doing a
and
bunch
stuff.
of burst. Right, exactly. They do like, you know, a good 1,000, 1,500 damage over the course of a few seconds. But this thing, he's not bursting Av. He is just not dying. He is constantly regenning. He has the aspect that gives him 3% mana every 5 seconds. And he is just out sustaining. And that's going to be, I think,
and
the
you can see
difference
he
here.
just got the resell, so now he does have his 5 stacks. He's going to be able to do the instant cast Primordial Blast and a free Spell Wrath.
Mhm.
And he's just waiting. I bet he's probably waiting for his Unleash Runes cooldown to just get some good burst out. Abe just sitting down. Obviously, we don't have food and water to use in the arena, so he's not able to sit down and get a drink. But he is going to go for the eye to try to pull PvP trainers out of stealth. I think as soon as that happens, yeah, he's just immediately opening Primordial Blast into the Spell Wrath, Unleash Runes, does get the grip in, gets a Rune Blast, and warps out. And now he's just, you know, running back and attempting to, I guess, yeah, get another re-stealth. He knows that the easiest way for him is just going to get those instant casts to pump out a lot of damage. And I mean, we're at 45, 46% dampening right now. So, you know,
Holy
Ave's
crap.
heal over time are just going to be doing less and less. But yeah, like we said, it has no effect on PvP trainers at all. He's able to just keep
Right.
his mana sustained regardless of what the Venomancer does. So now I think it's just going to be a war of attrition here. You can see that PvP trainer is just running, re-inscribing runes. He got the Shadow Meld into the re-stealth, building up the 5 stacks again. Now he's going to put himself in a good position and get those buff abilities going back up.
I think PvP trainers is, you know, I think obviously if we're playing for $1 million here, obviously you want to play it safe, right? You know that every second this game goes on, you have that much more of an advantage. But I think he can just, you know, slowly whittle down Av. Av can't spend mana on healing and doing damage and still win. And PvP just has the staying power, as you said, of Spell Wrath. And he is just going to be.
Yeah.
I think he's going to have to come away with this. But Av has still not gone out, right? He's been at 40% plus dampening for like a minute now. And he still hasn't gone down, but
Yeah,
he is
you can
taking
see,
damage now.
yeah, taking some big damage here. I haven't seen the Rune of Power in a while, but yeah, it looks like he's finally... he might just be giving it the all-in. Yeah, just finishing
Maybe
the match.
so, yeah.
He knew that he wasn't going to be able to finish off his opponent there.
And I will
Yep.
leave so I can keep my dignity. Let me leave. Let me leave. Let me leave. No. Shit.
And one thing
Shit.
to mention is with the Caster Rune Master, not only are you having to use staffs, but we did make it to where you cannot use your melee abilities as well. So even though you normally can do it with a staff, we wanted to just, you know, embrace the caster and just only do, like, just Outlaw Fireblade and the Rift Blade. So even if you do get into melee, you can only auto attack. You can't even use your melee abilities, which does cut a lot of the burst off of Rune Master. But so that is the first round of this match. So now Ave and Storm are gonna get to select what map they want, and they're gonna get
What
the
we
challenge.
have to realize is the only reason that this went south is because Storm just wasn't careful and he tried to do the one shot on the Rune Master because I assumed he thinks that if he didn't one shot the Rune Master, he would sustain back up and he had to try to get some 95 static hit or else he wasn't going to win. I don't think that's right. I think you have to do 2 arms or 2 arms and 2 call lightnings, and that's how you do it. You do one, you reset, you slow it down, and then you hit him again.
Yeah, he should have just went with like an 80 static call lightning and a 20 stack armor storm, because the 20 stack armor storm hits around like 1.6k or even 1.8k.
Yeah.
And with the 80 static call lightning, you hit it around 900, I'm pretty sure.
And also,
and
what you
that's
can
basically
do,
all his mana.
right? And as I'm sure you know, because you played Stormbringer, you can macro in to do Mystic Thunder right before you do Call Lightning, and Mystic Thunder is your kick, and so that can do an extra 400, right? And now, granted, it's very all in, but it's not like you ever need to kick anything a Rune Master does. You kick Spellwrath, he's just going to do it again, right? There's nothing really like important ability you're trying to get rid of. So
I mean, it does reduce static, but it only reduces static slowly, so it doesn't actually reduce the static at once. So you can just use Mystic Thunder for bonus damage before Call Lightning.
Exactly, because since, as you said, it's a rapid decay, but if it's macroed in together, you don't lose any of the damage on it, and then you lose all your static anyway because you use Call Lightning, so there's no downside.
Yep.
But I think Storm's a good player, right? For those of you who don't know, he's also Seraph, a Demon Hunter player. The guy knows what to do. I'm sure he, was just kicking himself over that, and I'm sure he's going to be fine this time. So they just gotta, with the sustain of a Venomancer, just keep Storm alive, have him hit that critical mass we keep talking about, and shit should go well.
Yep. So we're gonna see what happens here, right? So they did go with the Negrand Arena. One thing that I've found interesting in Negrand Arena is they picked this map because it's a really good Stormbringer map, yet they never sit the Stormbringer in the middle of the arena. He's always like out hugging these pillars. And of course he is also trying to hit the Guardian, which is just running around and, staying behind him the whole time. But you can see PvP trainers just using the LOS pillar here to try and stay out of danger from the Stormbringer, able to just peek back behind LOS anytime he sees an ability getting cast at them.
Yeah, they're trying to run away from Thor's because Guardian, we haven't seen a lot up until a few days ago. A lot of them have stopped playing Guardian, but Guardian does have a little bit of damage, and they have that 3-stack crippling slow. I think it goes up to 45%. They can kind of stick to somebody, and if Storm, as we saw last game, isn't able to free cast, Stormbringer is literally a liability.
Yeah.
So
here goes the Arm of Thorim, and there's the Arm of Thorim into the huge stack right there. Thor's, I don't think he must have not been expecting it. You'd think he would know and be keeping track of these stacks and then have that raised shield ready. Because that's all he has to do. As soon as he sees the Arm of Thorim being cast, if he just doesn't CC and doesn't LOS and just pops the raised shield, he can just negate like the 95% of that damage, right?
Yeah, to be honest, with the Guardian, he should have never died in this comp at all, because he just has to watch out for the Arm of Thorim cast, and if he uses his 95% damage reduction there, it will do like 10 damage instead of 1600.
Exactly, and then you can go one step further. I think it's partly because we haven't seen as many Stormbringers, but Storm could do the same thing and be doing feint casts with that. Start doing the Arm of Thorim cast into the cancel and try to bait the raised shield, and then as soon as that raised shield goes off, then he hits with the Arm of Thorim to make sure he doesn't miss out on any of the any of his damage there. But I think it's just because Stormbringer hasn't been a popular pick in Arena, and it's mainly been a battleground a battleground class that people aren't too used to fighting them, and they haven't gotten used to figuring out all these strategies on how to fight each class.
Yeah, they haven't really been a thing up until like this patch, right? With all the recent changes that Liquid put in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there are quite a few ways to actually counter them. I mean, just the fact that they cannot stack up that easily because they don't have the CC to set up any good ways to deal damage. outside of that, it is really easy to counter them with like a Monk Meditate, with Monk Interrupts, with the Chronomancer's Bubble, Guardians, 95% damage reduction.
And you can see they're
There's
just
a lot of ways to
sticking.
counter it.
Yeah, they just stuck onto PvP trainers right there. Like they were not about to let him run around and do what they did before.
Yep.
Yeah, and Storm was just a lot more reserved with his static, not trying to go for any fancy one-shots to get on the front page of Reddit. You know, just playing it safe. He knows he's not going to die as long as he has Av heal alive with him. Veno sustain is too strong to at least like be, you know, like cheesed out of a kill, right? As long as he's able to consistently heal, Storm is going to live, and he just gotta, you know, he just has to dance around the damage reduction of Thor's, the Guardian, and then he's able to make some magic happen.
All right, so now we are at the 1-to-1 mark with Aven
agree.
Storm and PvP trainers and Thors. So now PvP trainers and Thors are going to get to choose their map. So now it's their map now because it's the 1-to-1, and they are electing to do ruins. So I'm gonna do ruins and save heal. And yes, the matches for now still like normal. They are best of 3, and then for the finals, I still was going to keep it at the finals that we were going to do the best of 5. Maybe we'll do best of 5 for the losers bracket and winners bracket finals, but I don't want to push. I don't want to push you know, best of 5s for all these matches.
Yeah.
Colton, B tier classes are basically ones that we decide to ban that are a little bit more represented. So like right this week we banned Sun Cleric, Knight of Zoroth, Spell
How is
Power
it going
Monk,
to work with 8
and
teams?
Dagger
The second place is
Rune
going to be
Master.
the winner of the losers bracket, or the losers bracket can
Yeah.
go up against the winner of the like normal bracket.
No, yeah, so the final match is going to be the winner of the losers bracket versus the final team in the winners bracket.
Mhm.
So yeah, whenever any tournament where there's double elimination, the final match is always one person from the main bracket and one team from the losers bracket. So
I see, okay.
So immediately, you know, Storm just going in. He did pop his Lord of Lightning, trying to get his early stacks. Ave just, you know, throwing some hots onto him, trying to keep him alive. There goes the War Stomp, and now he's trying to get away from that Guardian there, try to save some of his damage. Only he's built up to 4 stacks right now. Just trying to
Yeah, he wasn't
use-
able to get any static either. With
Yeah,
that
and
board.
one thing I've noticed is like he's not. I feel like Storm isn't using as much casting time as it can. I've been seeing him use Tempest to get away.
Oh,
But there
there's
goes
the arm.
immediately arm, and I think he did try to do the raised shield right there. I don't think he quite got it. He still took a lot of damage, but maybe he was able to mitigate a little bit of that. So I think he's definitely catching on, but now it's all up to he's got to run away because they don't have any health sustain on their team. So now he's gonna have to kite and wait for his cooldowns while PvP trainers hits the other team.
But this is the window where Thors and PvP trainers have to go in because arms have 40-second cooldown. If they wait for another arm and allow another arm to come up, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to win.
Yeah.
So it's a little scary because Thors is at low HP. They don't have healing. So he's like, it's scary to go in right now, but this is like the one chance they have. And they're going in.
Lord of Lightning, 9 Fist of the God stacks, and there's that crackling surge take out Thor's. And I'm assuming we'll probably see. If I was them, I would just hit asleep onto the Rune Master and then smack him with an arm, which I think he did just, he threw his arm out right there. And now he's, you know, sitting down at 400, 500 mana. And I think they're just, you know, going to do the same as last time. They just want to, you know, try to finish the game as quickly as possible. But what I was saying earlier was when Storm was getting chased by the Guardian, he would use Tempest to get away from the Guardian. And then, but instead of immediately stopping and casting, he would, you know, run around for a little bit, even though there was no one on him. And so I think he was, you know, missing some valuable like stacks and ability casts that he could have done just from moving around too much. Which perhaps he needed to move around for like some LOS or some other, you know, other things that they were planning. But there you go. And then they finally finished that.
At least when
off
I've
right
played
there.
Stormbringer, I've definitely felt like I've been using Tempest too much. Tempest is nice, it's a low cooldown, but it does chunk your mana very quickly if you're a little too liberal with it. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
is one problem. You gotta
but it
keep-
is nice for the Venomancers and the Stormbringer come, because the Venomancer
Right.
can regen mana with the regeneration, but it's not that big of a deal because it's only like 8% every 15 seconds or some shit like that.
Yeah,
I'm
something like
not
that.
sure.
Yeah.
All right, who's the next games?
Alright. So, Haven Storm just got the win there.
The dub.
Submit that score. And now we're moving on to I'm Retarded and Uba versus Errol and Breako QT. So I will
Pog,
join.
I'm retarded. Pog.
I'm going to join the I'm Retarded team because that way they don't pull me out of stealth.
Sounds good. All right,
And
and the
then
other
you can
team
join
was.
Errol and Breako QT.
I'm gonna use the restroom. Be right back.
How do you spell? Earl? It's
EARIL.
EARIL. That's what I
EARIL.
thought.
Or Bratco QT. Yeah, so we're going to have the Reaper Pyro versus the Reaper Chrono. So it's going to be definitely an interesting matchup. We've seen Earl. Earl's pretty new to the scene. First time I saw him was, yesterday, but he's been making a bit of an impression, hanging on in these tournaments.
Yeah, and that's what you love to see. Players that, obviously joining a tournament for the first time is, stressful for anyone, right? Everyone's got stage fright to some degree. But showing up and being confident enough, obviously he didn't win because he wasn't a spell power monk yesterday, but he's showing up again and he's putting his name out there and he's winning games, and that's what you love to see.
Yep, all right. So they are ready on this side. Do you got the ready up on the other side?
Let me double check. Ready? Oh, and also something I forgot to mention. Uba is actually Ankabu, the star caller from, weeks past.
Yeah.
So playing on his pyro.
All right. We got readies up on that side?
Yes. We got 2 yeses. We're good.
All right. Can't challenge Earl, so I've got to challenge Bratco QT. Okay, I can't challenge either of them right now.
You want to try doing it to me?
Yeah, I can probably challenge you.
Hey, how you doing?
Maybe.
Maybe. Hey.
All right, Blade's
easy.
Edge on the first one there.
So this is the second Reaper we've seen today, right? As we saw yesterday, we never really see Reapers.
Mhm.
So seeing 2 in one day, they do have good sustain. Soul Shock is obviously very good. It's an 8-second in cap, and if they're able to open on that target, they deal double damage with that first hit. But with the staying power of a Chrono, like Chrono isn't going to take advantage of being able to set up and burst somebody, but with the healing of what's it called, accelerated healing or something like that.
Accelerated recovery.
Yeah, recovery. That was the word. That on top of the some sustain that a Reaper has, but with the burst of a Pyro, I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we will have to see. So they're going in. I'm curious to see if I'm Retarded is going to pop his vision in this map. I feel like most cultists have always popped it in their first game of the series, and I honestly would feel like, let's see what happens. I feel like it'd be smarter to save it. So they are doing a lot of damage, trying to kill Earl because they know he's going to be. And look at that, the clone. Yeah, the clone able to just reset him back up to 100% HP and mana. And they did get the Ben Will onto Bratco QT, but that is broken out now. Let me jump.
Oh, but Uba's getting hit back. Oh, it's a race.
And Earl, look at that damage from Earl, and Earl does go
Earl
down.
Just gets dunked.
Yeah, and so
Even
now
with
they've got to finish Bratco.
Right, he got down to half. He cloned and he went back to his previous spot and went back up to full, and then still rocketed down within a matter of seconds. The damage that a Pyro has wasn't able to be stopped. I think the Reaper maybe goes for a Soul Shock onto the Pyro instead.
Yeah.
As I sit here and get my ass beat.
But
as we're seeing, Pyro does a lot.
Yeah, and one thing that I was just saying, before everything opened up, Amritard and Uba did not use their Vision of Doom in that game. And we already know that Vision is almost the equivalent of an instant win. I need to know what BG they want. Or what map.
Let me ask.
Yeah, we know that having Vision is really more of a win condition for the match, and so they decided to hold on to it to just see, what they could do and if they were going to need it, and they were able to save it, and now they've got their ace in the hole for this next match that they're just going to be able to whip out and potentially just decimate the other team. So we're gonna have to see now that
they won the Grand, by the way.
Now that Bratco QT and Earl Good mood. Now that they know that they're going to be expecting the Vision of Doom here, they're going to have to, play accordingly. They're going to have to throw out some CC. They're going to have to run LOS and do everything that they can to try and survive. Because if they just
Okay, don't ready up, by the way. Earl's got to reset his order.
Oh yeah, I haven't been readying up anything. So yeah, we're gonna have to see how they decide to approach this match. Because fighting that Vision of Doom cultist is definitely scary.
Right, because we saw in that last game, right? Pyro can do so much damage. And if you let the Pyro free cast, obviously that's a recipe for disaster. But how are you going to sit on the Pyro if there's a Vision of Doom with a massive gaze just every 6 seconds just bombing your team, right? It's a really tricky spot to be in.
All right, I definitely am. I have been enjoying this tournament, though. Seeing all these new classes that we're not aren't seeing is definitely...
Especially the new faces.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome.
All right. So we just started the second round here. It's with the Cultist and Pyromancer, and I'm Retarded and Uba did not use their vision in the last match. So they did get the bend wall on a Bracco QT, and they're just opening up on Earl. Haven't even done... Okay, I'm getting pulled out.
They're using a lot of burst onto Earl, but he hasn't had to use his time guard yet. It's about to proc. It barely procs before he dies.
Yeah, and then they're still chasing him. He's doing everything that he can to keep his health up, but they're like he's running through these flames and just being super slow, and he does wind up going down.
Flame orb. That flame orb is 70% slow, lowers the magic resistance. I believe it has like 5 HP, so it's very easy to stomp it. But if there's so much shit going on, it's hard to be, aware of it and hit it, and it still doesn't break the fire. It doesn't remove the fire that's already on the ground. So Uba put it in a good spot right around the corner, and Earl was just trapped and was just getting smacked on.
Yeah, so I'm Retarded and Uba win this go, and it is interesting because they still held on to that Vision of Doom, and I don't think they ever popped it.
Yeah, I didn't see one either. Very strong showing.
Heimlich, it depends on
flex,
it depends on the cooldowns. A lot of cooldowns do reset, but the longer ones don't. All right, so getting on into round 11, it is myself and Cryo versus PvP Trainer and Thors. So,
ooh, good luck.
Yeah, we are going to get that going, and then
now
following
you're
that,
on break.
Yeah, following that, it will be you and Engineer versus Earl and Breako. So,
okay,
be ready for that.
All right, I'll go on and find Engie.
All right. So we are fighting. Let me double check. Yeah, PvP Trainers and Thors. Get a ready check on their side. All right, so obviously we're both magic damage, so we negate most of the Guardian's damage reduction.
Yeah, we have to go for a Guardian. PvP Trainer is more tanky than the tank Guardian right now.
I feel like we just
and we
sit
just have
still
to play
and
around
we just
LOS.
turret. Yeah.
We just have to hit Thor while he's chasing us. If he doesn't chase us, then we can just...
I almost feel
poke him.
like we might just, drop rune and sit still and, just turret everything down. But we'll have to see.
It depends on the map. We can also just sit in the middle of the arena and try and out-damage them.
Yeah.
I don't feel like their comp has a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Ours isn't the biggest damage comp either, but
yeah,
I have some pretty nice burst. Especially with the... What's it called? The Rune of Power that you have. Are they ready?
I'll whisper Thors, but he's not ready yet. I think we're waiting to see. I'm gonna let my... Oh, Alright, it's looking like Thors is AFK for now. So, in order to keep this thing moving, we'll move on to the next match in the losers bracket. So we're going to go ahead and do the Earl and Breako QT versus Engineer and Good Mood while we wait for Thors to get back. So let me. Is there any team I should be on? No. So I will get the invite. With Good
Which team are you
Mood.
joining?
I'm joining the Earl and Breako QT group. So join Good Mood's group.
Okay.
Alright, let me get it ready up on this side.
I'm asking Good Mood. Okay, I got an I don't care and the ready. And now I got the ready as well. Okay, they're ready.
Alright, random arena. Alright, opening into Blade's Edge Arena.
That's their favorite map for Engineer and Good Mood. We already
Exactly.
know that.
Yeah,
They
and so,
already seem to be pretty excited in the chat.
Yeah, so I mean that's it's definitely going to help them out, especially against Reaper Chrono. They don't have any ways of displacing them, so Engineer really going to be able to use those mines and do what he loves doing on Blade's Edge and using that bridge to their advantage. So definitely expecting them to see them doing the typical setup. I know Engineer typically will run up to the bridge, drop some turrets, and then they'll normally take the fight to the ground. And then
It is going to be interesting because Engineer has to somehow just separate his burst. Like, he should probably just use one airstrike to bait out the bubble so his separate charge can hit it. Because he cannot use separate charge and airstrike at the same time because the bubble is going to just completely negate the damage from the Chronomancer.
Yeah.
So it will be quite tricky. Maybe he already knows that and he's going to like throw on airstrike because that's like a bigger threat. It gives you like a huge effect and it's easier to notice than a separate charge.
So looks like he dropped a sticky bomb on the Earl, and then Breako QT went in. They haven't popped any of their major damage yet. Yeah, there goes Engineer jumping off. I don't know if he jumped off or fell off, but looking to take
Got shredded by the shutter.
Oh, there we go. Immediately opening up into the airstrike. Earl sees that and he just backs up. He doesn't want to give Engineer any kind of LOS, but look at that. Good Mood also like half HP, and then still a pretty even game at this point. Engineer did just use all of his LOS, but Earl
I don't
just
think
sitting
he
back.
used separate charge actually.
No, he did.
I
He
didn't
popped the
see it.
separate charge just now, but it only stacked up to 5 times whenever he consumed it. So Earl and Breako QT definitely dropping lower. Engineer using a mine, and I guess he accidentally sent himself back instead of going out onto the bridge. So
Yeah, maybe Deadman's Hand procced or something that stop him from actually moving to the right position.
Yep. But I mean, they're still doing a lot of damage. Earl
This is
and
a really
Breako
close
still
match
low.
from
Yeah,
both
and
teams.
it's really still anyone's game. You see Engineer drop another bomb right there. I might see him run over to it and then make the explode to get up on the bridge. I think that's what he's about to do right now. Yeah, there he goes. Immediately runs over, gets onto the bridge, and gets some major distance between them. But he has to jump down, and Good Mood just goes and finishes off Earl.
Yep, that was really well executed by the team on Engineer's side.
We can see it. Hey, as long as, we take out some of these top classes that we see, with the Spell Power Monks, obviously you main, and, the Sun Clerics, and then all of a sudden these teams, because, we've seen Good Mood and Engineer come in with the Witch Doctor Tinker and just get, stomped in these tournaments, but as soon as we, move over to this more B-tier style tournament, everything changes. But Breako QT able to sustain his HP. Like, you can see he was at full HP a second ago. And Good Mood is out of mana. So, yeah, Good Mood is out of mana. Engineer's at 75% HP. And they're going to really...
somehow has to get out of range.
Yeah, Good Mood just goes down. So now it's a 1v1, and Breako might be able to finish this off. I don't know what CDs
Engineer should be able to 1v1 him, since as long as he keeps guiding him, he cannot self-sustain at all.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Tinker is pretty good at guiding. Of course, not the best
there
class,
goes,
right?
yeah, see, there goes the mine, immediately jumping right back up onto the bridge.
The sentries are still doing some nice damage.
Yeah, and then he's able to just shoot it from the
Breako is
top.
using them for the self-sustain, but he is dying to the turrets. He is taking more damage than he can sustain.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine with Engineer. If he sets his turrets up outside and then Breako goes for him, he'll just punish him with some free hits. But able to get on Engineer, get some self-sustain, and Engineer is actually taking a lot of damage.
Engineer might actually drop here.
No,
Oh,
he did. Yeah, he again landed himself up on the bridge, but Bratko just using the LOS to try to keep himself alive.
Yeah, it is interesting. That was a real close call for Bradco. He had like 200 HP left.
Yeah, so
Now he's all the way back up at 1400.
So Bratko looks like he did go and he got the re-stealth, but Engineer picked up the eye. Actually, I don't even know where Bratko went off to. I don't even see him. But one thing to note is, Engineer does have the nanobots to sit there and, he doesn't have to attack someone to sustain his health, but Bratko able
Bradco
to
is
get on
getting
him.
desperate and using Shudder without any Reap Soul stacks.
Yeah, and Bratko going down. I think he's really just trying to get on Engineer and finish it, but Engineer just running, reloading, using normal shots. It could be really close
And
here.
Mass Proc, yeah, this should be it.
And there he goes. He goes down right there.
That was actually real close. You can flip?
No, I cannot leave. So yeah. All right. So they wound up pulling it out. Luckily, they did get the map of their choice as the first random map. Now they are going to have to play on one of the flat maps now because obviously Bratko, QT, and
Engineer
Earl.
says, for fuck's sake, I gotta go. Brothers bitching. So Goodwin might need another teammate.
I'll step in if he needs it.
All right. I mean, yeah, that's a good mood. I mean, we can allow a sub. Curious to see what Livid will play since we don't have the the Sun Cleric is banned. So, let's see what he wants to do. Let me message Good Mood. Let's see what he wants.
I
I'm
told him
back,
that
okay.
Livid could. Oh, yeah.
What's up?
Yeah. So NG's got a dip. He's got some real life stuff that came up.
All right.
But
you can pair with Livid, or you can forfeit the match. It's up to you.
maybe might as well. What class is Livid?
I don't know.
I can play Chrono if you want.
I don't care.
Alright.
Let's do Chrono.
That's his fucking answer to all the fucking questions Engineer
Yeah.
made up so far. Who to target? I don't care.
I've literally
don't
said
care.
I don't care at the beginning of every match. It's who do we target, and I was like, I don't give a shit.
All right. So, do we want, since it's only been one round, do we want to reset the?
I say
Score or
the
just
way we should
go?
do it is we'll play out the rest of the series, but the other team advances. I think that's fair.
I mean,
Yeah.
like typically, yeah, because we didn't have subs, applied beforehand.
Right. We can just play out the games that way. There are games, but I think the other team should advance because technically this team has to forfeit. Technically.
Yeah. Yeah, how did we handle that yesterday, Earl? I know Cool dipped. Did we bring in someone new, or did we? I already
Pretty
forgot.
sure Earl had somebody new come in, right?
Somebody came in, but they
Yeah.
lost. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
didn't advance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
played
that's
with
fine.
Advance.
We can just do a
Okay.
game with Livet real quick, Livet and I, and then we'll just go from
Okay, yeah, for
No.
sure. Just yeah, get Livid in the group with you.
Livet, what's your character's name?
Shove it. I'm logging over right now.
Shove it.
And y'all do get to pick the map since y'all y'all won. So Bratko and Earl get to pick the map. Yeah, but so
I hate the non-instant logout in rested areas. It's so annoying.
Yeah. It is really annoying. I don't know why it's implemented at all. Because, I mean, in rest areas, you cannot actually PvP in high risk, so I don't know.
Get spell power amongst Liquid. Get on this, dude. Come on. What about my instant logouts, bro?
Okay. Livet putting on some gear.
okay, yep.
I was gonna say you that he's
together.
getting 1v1 by Gammon. Like, what's going on?
Alright, I'm ready.
I'm ready
Okay.
too.
All right.
If you guys want to use voice comms, you can hop over to another channel.
Cool. Let's do it, man.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so whatever happens this time, the Earl team is going to advance, but it is interesting to see Witch Doctor and Chronomancer. It is a really weird comp. I'm curious what they are going to do with it. Even
Yeah.
like Shove It. I mean, Live It didn't really play a lot of Chrono before, so
Yeah, but they
it's going to
are,
be interesting.
you know, kind of used to the comp because if we remember back in the very first tournament, they played Live It and Merv did the Sun Cleric Witch Doctor, so they had the double sustain team, and they wound up winning the entire tournament with it. So,
Yeah.
you know, pulling out the Witch Doctor Chronomancer, having that, you know, the double heals might be.
Time is money, friend.
All right, let me make sure Good Mood is ready. Make sure they're good on that side. Yeah, running the double heal comp might just get them the wins here.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, so they want
I mean, sadly, we won't see any more after these like 1 or 2 rounds, but
Hey, you never know if this, you know, even though Earl and Bratco QT are advancing by default, you know, Live It and Good Mood might just do like, you know, they might go the 2-0 right now, or I guess technically 3-0 if you count the previous game. So, definitely made the double heal support team definitely made a dominant performance a couple weeks ago. So we'll have to see exactly how it is with the new Chronomancer. Because Chronomancer does do some decent damage too. They have good dots, and if they can, you know, get their Sandblast going, they can pump out a decent amount of damage in a short amount of time. I don't really like how Sandblast works though. I think the like faster casting feels really clunky to me. Like having all of your spells cast at different intervals. I don't know. The gameplay for me is just kind of weird. Like it's a cool concept. I like the concept, but the actual execution just kind of feels strange.
yeah, I mean, I like the Sandblast for the Chronomancers. It feels like it gives them like a burst window on every, I don't know, like every 10 seconds when they actually can stack up the Sandblast.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Okay,
immediately just popping slow time in the decomposition, trying to slow down the Reaper. Able to get a couple hits onto Shove It, which is Live It. And yeah, Live It's just standing still, building up some Sandblast. He wants to try and build up that upheaval, but he's taking a lot of damage. He does have his clone out, and his clone is sitting at full HP. And he teleported back to his clone, but it actually didn't seem to restore any of his HP.
Yeah, because he used the clone at like 50% HP.
At 50%, yeah. So I looked and I saw the clone had full HP, so I guess the
Oh yeah, that doesn't
clone's
matter.
HP, yeah, it doesn't matter. So still taking a lot of damage right there. They're trying, you know, he's spamming the reverse wound. Good Mood's doing everything that he can to heal him. And I mean, they're able to sustain his health a little bit, but he really needs to use, you know, some sort of mobility.
He has quite a few stacks right now. Like if he can get off a big Chrono Beam, he might actually just kill. Like Bradco right now is in dead zone. Like if he gets hit by a Chrono Beam, he's dead.
And one thing we haven't seen, yeah, Bracco, yeah, like he's getting low. One thing we haven't seen any of the Chronomancers do is use the time stop. But Bracco looks like he might just go down right here. So Bracco does go down. And then Livit just sitting there spamming the Sandblast into Earl, and I think Earl knows, yeah, so they wind up going down here.
Interesting. Nice.
So that
Good
does
Mood
put the
just
Good Mood
dropped
team...
to 0 mana at the end.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is, we haven't seen any Chrono use their like stop time ability, right? Like time stop or buy time, whatever it is. I don't know if you can't use it in arena, but I mean it's, you know, it's a 10-second stun, which essentially means, you know, you get 10 seconds of letting your cooldowns reset, and we haven't seen anyone make advantage of that yet.
Yep. It might actually not be. You might not be able to actually use it in arenas. I don't know.
Yeah.
Using
The
what?
time stop.
The time stop. Can you use it in arenas or no?
I don't live it. Did
By
you?
time, like the 10-minute cooldown? Yeah, you can use it. We just didn't feel like we needed to.
No, okay. We're just talking about it that nobody used it yet. Even though we saw quite a few chronos so far.
Yeah, I mean the only niche that I would see is worth it for a chrono is if like you're getting bursted and you just cloned and you need that extra like 10 seconds to get a new clone out to sustain. But we felt pretty good the whole way through, so didn't need to do it.
Port Skrull, so Earl and Breaker T are going to move ahead. And one thing that Earl mentioned, if you do wind up playing the Chrono in the tournament ahead of time, Live It, is we do have it kind of similar to like Sun Cleric stacks. You need to start the match at 50-50 Order and Chaos. I don't know if you did. I think Earl said that you had already like stacked up to a different value. It doesn't really matter since they were advancing anyway. But for anyone who's looking to play Chrono in the tournaments, that is like a rule. Every match that you start, you need to be at the 50 order and the 50 chaos, because that's like the default stance that you would be at as a Chronomancer, right?
Makes sense.
Yeah, so that's just, you know, trying to preserve the way it would actually be. Okay, so now it is us. Yeah, it's me and Cryophobia versus PvP Turner and Thors. So let's get those teams.
Yep.
Oops.
Oh wait, let me leave. Invite now.
All right.
Okay, so this is RM and Guardian, right?
Yes, Arm Guardian.
Yeah, we just sit on the Guardian. Like, RM shouldn't put out too much damage, and we should probably kill Guardian before, like, I die, because I reckon they're going to focus me.
All right, we get Blades Edge Arena on the first map.
Indeed we do. Okay, on here, like both of the teams are pretty much equivalent, except that we have a melee on the enemy. And 2 casters on this side. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll try to just sit away from you. I'm assuming I'll sit in stealth for a while, because he'll probably open on you first, and then I'm just going to try to open up the damage onto him.
Yeah, I can pretty much 1v1 him, I'm pretty sure, so it's fine.
Oh, okay. I got pulled out by something still, so...
Oh my god, he's lagging so bad. What the fuck is that?
Yep. Popping damage into Thors.
Hit. I'm
Okay,
putting
you're
that stun.
Yep, I'm trying to bait stuns here.
Yep, I'm dead. He still has a ignite proc on him, but I mean that doesn't deal too much damage. His pet is going to die, but to my ignite. Rune of Power going down. I'm not sure if you want to tank him with Rune of Power. Yep. Oh, he still gets the Rune of Power down there. Interesting.
Yeah, it's a pretty large range.
Yeah, I think you gotta get the rune here. I mean, the eye. Yeah, as long as you keep the pressure and don't let him reset again, you should be able to.
Yeah, I've got eye for now.
He was around. He's here. Yep. You got him.
Yeah, I had eye, so I can still see him.
Oh, okay, okay. I didn't notice. Okay, he's here. I'm walking on top of him.
That's okay, you don't have to do that. In fact, that's kind of cheesy.
That's how you do it, dude.
I'd rather not know.
That's Arena.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do the same thing as before.
But he is closing up the gap between you two, so...
Well, I do have,
You have pyro buffs though, so you have a lot more chance. Need that 10% more mana. I mean intellect. And mana regen as well.
yeah.
Logically speaking, you shouldn't die to him. No, the fucking epic battle. Spell ref, spell ref, spell ref. Okay, so this is going to be a permanent 1v1.
I have
I
run
think
up
so.
soon. And I'm about to
He's
warp
just gonna
to keep
warp
my
up.
cosmic impact up. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, my mana's already like back up to full. How did that passive mana regen from?
Yeah, the
You're
pyro
just
buff
keeping
is
alive?
like it makes it so he cannot kill you in the 1v1. Like you get mana back and have more mana compared to him. He probably does have more spell power than you, but
Yeah, he does.
that doesn't really matter. Oh, he somehow hit your actual HP. You gotta get those dots up if you can. You have fire salvos. Why are you not getting into procs? Interesting.
So I can get more cosmic impact, more damage. This is a riveting gameplay right here.
Yep. Really exhilarating. Exhilarating. I don't know how you fucking say it.
Just keeping my cosmic impact up to 3 stacks. Yeah. Let's get a commercial break going. We'll be right back.
Okay, but I guess PvP trainers already realized that he's not gonna win because of the pyro buff.
Yeah.
So, but I mean,
Yeah, like you can
this
see
is
my
pretty
mana
fun.
versus his, right? We're both like he
Yeah.
has more damage than I do, and we're both just spamming at each other the whole time, right?
Okay, I guess he never gives up. But I don't know why he went down this low.
He's taking both of the eyes. Yeah, that was smart. He took both eyes and then he's going stealth. So I'm not gonna be able to pull him out.
Yeah, but how is he planning to out-sustain you?
He can't.
He wants to play it for 24/7. I mean, 24 minutes.
Exactly.
Unless he does that, he won't be able to.
Yeah, because I think he has like 2,800 mana and I have 3.2 with this buff, right? So I'm building more mana passively, and I'm building more per cast with Spell Wrath, and I'm getting the passive mana from Phoenix Blessing, so there's just no chance that he's going to be able to out-sustain me, even though his damage is higher. I'm pretty much just going to have to sit around and wait for these eyes. I mean, he does get some sustain with Aspect of Arcana, right? Like, he is regenerating his mana that way. But at this point, yeah, we're just, you know, drawing out the fight. So, I mean, yeah, you see that he is back to full HP.
I mean, it's really going for like a 23-minute game, because that's kind of annoying if he is going to try and just run so long that the pyro buff expires. I mean, the point of this tournament is to have fun and try out like lower classes, not to actually try hard and have a 30-minute game.
No, I mean, hey, it's, you know, it's arena.
Hey, it's arena, but you didn't let me to stalk him in stealth.
Yeah, but that's kind of cheesy, right? That's kind of cheesy.
But I mean, that is how it works.
Even more damage. Oh no, I guess I'd have overall higher HP still. What we should do is just agree and both start using melee abilities, honestly, but...
I mean, if you guys want to, maybe, but... He says this
It'll
will never
never
be
be
over.
over.
Just kill me. Okay, so he agreed to forfeit.
Yeah. Double pyro.
No, the bio buff is really, really good for you.
Yeah, double, yeah. Pyro is definitely, pyro buff is the win condition. I mean, like, you can see, like, how little damage. Okay, he just wants me to kill him, so I'm just gonna go in and, like, use our normal, our actual damaging abilities that are, like, we can't use. Okay.
Okay, that was a really interesting fight.
Yeah.
Didn't fall asleep in the middle of that.
Okay, so we still got to, we gotta fight him again, right? So it's still there. It's their choice of map.
Is their choice of map, yep. If it comes down to RM versus RM, should we allow daggers?
I mean, I don't know. Like, yeah, it was gonna take a long time, but like me having the pyro buff, it just made it to where it was like, you know, I was gonna win.
I mean,
like,
we shouldn't
eventually.
allow it because you have pyro buff. That is in our comp.
Exactly.
Like in a normal RM versus RM, let's just say you can't run forever because I mean, it makes a really boring match if you're just gonna run and not actually fight. Just make it so you have to stand still and cast. Because I mean, running away won't make a difference. Like you will come back and still die if you were losing before.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't know.
think just make it 1v1 who wins out of hardcasting. I mean, in this case, you will win because of the pyro buff, but even in like a normal RM versus RM, this should be the case.
I think we need to reset this. I don't know if I did another map or something because I was talking, but yeah, they didn't choose this map. So we'll just do a quick reset.
Okay.
Yeah, this wasn't their map. I don't know. I might have started the map. I don't even know.
Okay.
What map do? No, it's okay. We'll do a reset. Yeah, just do a reset. Yeah, we're just gonna reset this. Give them the map that they actually want. I probably was I the one that challenged them? I might have been. Go back and look. No, I didn't challenge them. They challenged us, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
They might have just misclicked.
Yeah, who knows? I didn't challenge them. I just went back and looked in the VOD, and I wasn't even talking to the trainer, so I thought it was weird. Okay. So I'll just have them challenge. What's the doors? Okay, there we go. Now, this is the actual map that they wanted, so.
Lord Run. Okay. I don't mind Lord Run. I like Lord Run.
Same thing, just open up on the Guardian.
Yeah.
We're in power here. He's dead.
Yep.
I got a restore. Oh, he came out? Pulled out?
Yeah, I got him out.
SLOS, I'll fight him. He's out of mana now.
Yep.
Nice. I think Cast a Rune Master would be more fun if we had more abilities than just the 3, like literally 3 casted abilities, with 2 of them being on like decent cooldowns. Like we have 2
Yeah.
15-second cooldowns, and then it's just Spell Wrath spam.
Or if you had like more procs or more interesting stuff happening, if you are going to just spam one ability, it should be more interesting.
Alright. Yeah, so moving on to round 13, it's actually me and you again versus Earl and Bracco QT, and then we move on into the semifinal and the winners bracket, and then we'll do the last of the losers bracket, and then the final of the tournament.
Okay.
All right, so let me whisper. Make sure they are ready to go. All right. So they are ready to go. So we will arena random.
Keep it real.
I can't challenge. I
I
think
guess
this is the
Zerkamp,
thing.
I don't know what map would be good.
I don't think I could challenge.
Have a go.
There we go. I mean, yeah, they got the Reaper Chrono. I mean, I think we kind of. I can look out for the Chrono clone, and I can just kill it if we think it's
Go
necessary.
faster than me. Yeah. You focus the clone, I'm gonna just build up my breath.
Okay.
Just hop onto the god, I mean the chrono.
Yeah.
Like Reaper is going to be hard to kill because 2.5k HP.
Yeah, I think just work on kiting him and slowed. I
Oh,
just
what
got
the
pulled out
fuck?
by
That's
something.
kinda...
I don't know what pulled me out, but something did.
I don't know. My ability's fucked up.
I'm actually hitting the Reaper.
Yeah, go for the Reaper. You have to re-strategize, but it's okay.
Gotcha, yeah.
Okay, interrupted the Chronomancer heal. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah. There's the time stop. The buy
Yep.
time, finally, here we go. Here goes the time guard proc. Okay.
Just... I'm gonna sit down and regen some mana.
Alright.
You can just hit him. Dropped that. Oh, what the fuck? I casted into his immunity by accident.
There goes his time guard again. It still doesn't have a clone out. I think it's still on CD. Nice.
Good.
Alright.
Okay, I'd say we go on Chrono again. Because they might have thought that our plan was to go Reaper, but go on Chrono. And
I
if
mean-
Chrono is going to run like that, again, just hit on the Reaper.
Yeah.
But I am going to try and hit the Chrono. If I can't, just go on Reaper.
I think they knew we were going to go on the Chrono. And that's why he stayed on his mount and just ran, but they weren't expecting like the Reaper hard swap.
Yep.
Reaper's having sick. Like, at the end, I just wasn't doing any damage to him. Like, everything was just,
Or you can focus the Reaper and I just hard swap and I have my breath charges so I can hit him with like instant 500.
yeah, that's fine. Just waiting on them to challenge us on their map.
They are really thinking about that map.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know what map they would want to run.
Yeah, I mean, there's not too many maps that you can take against our comp and say it's an advantage, because like Blade's Edge, you can use it. I could as well if I like juke them out, like jump down and flame stack but back up. Ruins is good because I can kite the melee easily. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, can you ask them like what's going on? Because it's taking.
So they want
Bit of
to run on Blade's Edge. They're going on Blade's Edge. Poor Earl, dude. We need to get him back. We need to get him some more arena exposure. He said, what's the bridge map called? It's like, yeah, it's Blade's Edge. Blade's Edge. Fucking Invincible over here trolling. Standing on top of the war games, man.
Keep it real.
There we go. Blade's Edge. Okay.
Okay. Okay, same thing. Just I'm gonna hop onto the chrono. And if it seems like we cannot actually hit the chrono, just hard swap the Reaper.
Yeah, I want to figure out
Like, I
what's
can
pulling me
kite the
out of
Reaper
stealth.
easily. You got pulled out of stealth?
Yeah, like like all the matches against him, I've been getting pulled out of stealth. Like lately. I don't think I got pulled out of, maybe I didn't against him. But I did against like Thor all the time.
Okay, yes, it's
Hitting the Reaper.
bed down.
I'm hitting the Reaper. Reaper's low.
Okay. Hit it. Immunity. Okay, got him, I
Just
think.
kiting. There we go.
Yeah, nice.
Good. That movement speed bonus from Path of Flames is so good.
That is great. Okay, he used the clone. I'm just gonna one-shot the clone. He's dead.
I just tried using it, yeah. I'll sit on the side, you can chase him there. Nice stone.
On him. Okay.
Just stay
I
there.
have no
stay there.
mana. I'm just gonna build up some stacks up here. Yeah, I'm just gonna LOS and rest again.
Just gonna melee attack him, honestly. Really not using any of my abilities, but
He's
just melee
clone again,
attack
but
him.
it's so low HP. It's not even worth going on.
Yeah, he just teleported to it, so he won't waste it. Right, he's trying to heal out. We got a stun there. Nice, good breath.
Nice.
Yeah, Derek, we decided we would just test it out today, but I think everyone's enjoying it, so we'll probably start doing it more often. Okay, so we take the W there. Okay, now it is I'm Retarded and Uba versus Ave and Storm. So good mood, can get in there.
Okay.
All right. Which side do you want me on?
You join Ave and Storm because I'm Retarded is a
Oh yeah,
cultist,
you're right.
cultist team. So, all right. So coming up, we're on the semifinals of the winners bracket. So whatever team wins this will go down, or whatever team loses this will go down to fight myself and Cryo, and whoever wins will be guaranteed into the finals.
For a chance at the $6,000 prize pool. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Alright.
We wish. Good mood. Are you donating this time or no?
I donated yesterday, so it's
Yeah, I already gave you like 400 gold.
You need some more dead stone? I got you, dude.
Do we want to do best of fives for these matches, or do we want to do it for like the next match, like the final of the losers and the final of the winners? I know Ave wants to do like 5 matches.
I think we should keep doing it 3 because we don't want this to drag on too
Yeah, I
long.
think just do it at the very last match.
I honestly think not even losers finals, like literally just finals is best of
Yeah,
5.
just the
everything
very
else is
last
3.
match.
That's where I'm at personally.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we can do that.
Because we do have a lot of sustained classes, and that's not saying that they're like boring games, but like obviously it can be dragged on if there's like
yeah,
a Venomancer,
Derek,
a
so-
Rune Master, a Venomancer
what
versus a Rune
Heimlich
Master.
just said.
Right, these games are going to be lasting like 10 minutes each, and you add 2 extra games, that's just going to be a snooze fest,
Yeah, basically we've just banned. All right, all right, we got the ready up on this side. Are y'all good on that side?
Let me make sure. I've received 1 ready, and I
Yeah.
have received 2. We're good.
Be good.
Yeah, so basically, there's more things that we outlawed, but the main thing is we banned like the best classes, like no spell power monk, not just the best classes, but the most represented classes. So like no spell power monk,
Quite a lot of determination to play.
no cops,
Trolls. Just for the
no
racial loot.
rune masters can play, but you can't
Dude,
use
that's what it
daggers
takes to
or
be great.
melee abilities. You
Gotta
have
make
to
some
cast.
sacrifices. You got to be ugly as sin.
Yeah. Hey, if you're playing a troll female, hit up
And
monks
then,
for savory deviant delights.
ban
if you wanna
Sun
look
Cleric
somehow.
as well. Those are like the 4 bans that we had this week.
You may have the racial, but you don't have to have the looks.
Yeah.
All right.
20 gold per.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna have it's the cultist pyromancer versus the Veno Storm, right? So again, I mean, I'm retarded. They do have the Vision of Doom, so it's gonna be curious to see. I know last game they held on to it, so curious to see as to what they're going to do with it. Whether they're going to use it right out of the rip, or if they're going to wait and save. So opening the CC onto Uba, so it looks like they are going to want to target the cultist. But the Tentacle of Azoth does pull Abe out of stealth. That's one thing I noticed. The tentacles do seem to pull anyone out of stealth that's around them.
Yeah, it is
So-
unintended, but it does work.
Yeah, so they're capitalizing on that. They're going on Abe. He had to swap over to a Scorpion form to just try and keep himself alive. And you can see that they're pumping a good amount of damage into him. Uba and Storm both at fine. Or Uba's at decent HP. They are getting some damage onto him, but not too much. And then, Ave Heal popping out, reapplying some of his heals, and now going back into spider form. And he's
Wait, he
still
just got
dropping low.
chunked.
Yeah,
Oh,
look
shit,
at that.
he's going
He
into
is hitting-
spider.
Yep,
Oh
and there
my
he
God.
goes down right there.
The
I'm assuming
Scorpion form
that-
was not enough.
Yeah, and I don't even think Storm uses Arms of Thorum stacks there, because look at that 16 stack Arm of Thorum that he's 18 stacks. He's trying to get it out, but like we're about to see Uba's health just drop because he's got a full 20 stacks right now. But he's
yeah, but
taking
he
a
cannot
lot
use
of
it because
damage.
he got spell burned. He
Yeah,
couldn't actually cast it, and it locks you out for like 6 seconds.
yeah. So
That
unfortunately,
was well done by Umba, and I'm retarded. That was, they saw that Av like fell down. He wasn't in a safe spot, and they just jumped on him, and they never let up the pressure, even when he had the, I believe it's called like Chitness form or something like that, that gives him 20% additional damage reduced, and they still went in on him. They didn't let him like reset or anything. They just kept the pressure up, didn't use any huge CDs, and then the second it was off, right, Av thought he was safe. He tried to go spider, and he was anything but.
Keep it real.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in their comp, like, Ave cannot do, like, what he usually does, like Hog Pillar, try to kite, get the restuff. He has to just probably tank them in the middle, like Nagar and Arena. Even if they decide to go Ave, like, Ave should just AFK in the middle and tank them, so Storm can actually hit them without getting any LOS. Because I'm pretty sure that was a biggest part of the loss last time.
Yeah, exactly. Like Ave knows, like if you swap into Scorpion form, like he's tanky. Just like what you said, if he would have just sat out in the open and let them hit him and had like gave Storm free reign, that could have changed it. But I think he's so like focused on his stealthy CC style gameplay and like the healer gameplay that he doesn't feel comfortable sitting out in the open.
Yep.
And so that's causing him to run around in LOS, and that just LOSing your Stormbringer, that just causes them to do almost no damage, and it makes it extremely hard for them to stack up their Armor Thorum buff.
I'm pretty sure most of the Arm of Thorn buffs that he got was from Conjure Storm,
Mhm.
because you can't really LOS it, and it gives
Right.
you stacks for each hit.
Yeah, because he was building up some stacks quickly. Like, he was at like 12 stacks, and then he jumped up like 15, 18 into 20 in like, just a few seconds. So immediately, yeah, popping Vision, opening up onto Storm. This will be the point where he does need to run. Luckily, he does have that Tempest. Aviel able to pull him and try to keep Storm alive again, but yeah, he's
Well,
going
here
to have
comes
to
the
try to use...
vision.
Yeah, there goes the Vision, and then they are able to get a little bit of CC, but it's just not enough. Storm goes down from all of that. So yeah, it's looking like I'm Retarded and Uba will move on to the finals. I think we can do a best of 5 in the next 2 matches, just because they're the final 2 matches.
For losers finals and
Yeah, and
finals
winners.
finals. Okay.
Yeah,
I
we'll
think
do
that's
that.
reasonable.
Just so I don't want to put it in semifinals. All right, so pulling up the bracket.
That's
So
fair.
again, I'm Retarded and Uba just going in, saving that Vision, and just waiting to use it at just the right time. But they are, especially going into the finals. I'll need to refresh what we settled on the rules there. I know when we were talking with Livet and them after the tournament yesterday, we said that potentially giving the cultists 2 visions in the finals, since it's 5 matches instead of 3. I'll have to see what. I'll have to refresh myself on what we.
Yeah, Libet brought that idea up. I don't know if you guys agreed on it, but like I wasn't in the Discord myself, but I remember that he brought that idea up.
Yeah. All right. So
I
now
don't know what you guys are on. I'm personally probably just 1 per series.
Yeah, I'm at the same point, because you cannot survive that unless you have like, I don't know, Guardian, Monk, or something like that that can negate the damage. You cannot. So that's 2 matches that they win just by using Vision of Doom. I think it should be just 1, even in the best
Yeah.
of 5.
Yeah,
Because it takes out the skill from it, because you just need to win 1 game. I mean,
Right.
in a best of 5 match. So that's kind of taking out the best of 5 out of best of 5.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna check up and see if Dave and Storm are ready, and we'll do this as a best of 5 here. So they are ready on their side. So we're going to do the random arena
Have a good one.
Okay.
Blades Edge.
Okay, so this is Storm and Ave.
Stormbringer. Yeah, I think maybe we just kill the Stormbringer. Honestly,
Yeah.
like we just let him sit out and we just kill him before he stacks up.
Yep.
Because I mean, Ave's going to be able to sleep one of us, but like you just trinket to sleep and it's fine.
Just go on to him and just stick onto him. Like, he shouldn't be able to stack up if he bursts him.
Yeah, it's just going to be hard because he's going to be very, like, really, really mobile. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be curious to see how we can stick on him. That's one thing our comp doesn't do very good, is sticking around on people that, have good mobility.
I mean, if he's going to use all his GCDs to be keep mobile, he can't really stack up.
Yeah.
We just have to pretty much not sit both. Like, both of us should avoid Conjure Storm. Maybe I'll have to sit in it because I'm basically in a melee range.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, interrupted that.
Sleep.
He popped his
Immediately
defensive.
Popping trinket. I'm sleeped again. It's DR though. He's up to 5 stacks. Alright, last sleep. I should be out of the DR now. I got grip down, teleporting back up.
Interrupting that. Oh, he might have fake casted it. Yeah, he did.
I think he's going for the arm now. Yeah, arm. I got a short stun on him right there. I'm gonna get a restore, I think. I'm gonna do some damage on Ave so I can't go out.
Yeah, I'm trying to hang up to Dear Life, but it's kind of hard.
He's trying to get another arm. Yeah, he's just going for arm right now. Can we hit Ave?
Yeah, we can try.
He's just building some stacks on me right now. I'm just trying to listen. I'm just gonna build. I'm just gonna inscribe runes here. Gonna restart. Hang on for 1 second.
I'll put down some flames there so they can have a hard time moving.
Yep.
Oh my god, Boar Stomp. Couldn't interrupt the Cracking Surge.
We may have to go on Ave, honestly. His heals are actually really powerful.
Yeah, we might have to actually just hop on Ave.
Yeah, I don't think I can't get them here, so. Actually, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
leave if you can. Or... You think you can win?
No, I was gonna say Ave is low mana, but I kind of hesitated and let them just free hit me. Yeah, it's fine. We may have to just wait for the eyes.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna use Storm to build up slowly.
Yep.
And then Ave actually gets out for heals. I'm just gonna flame step onto him and just start burning him.
What we want, Negrand Arena probably, or runes.
Yeah, runes or Nagrand. You can choose. I don't really care which one.
It's the runes. We are going against.
Keep it real.
Okay, just
gonna
hop
pull up
onto
my
Ave, I'm
familiar.
pretty sure.
I'm pulling out my familiar too. I'm gonna want the extra damage here.
I'm gonna use Draconic Fang here, like a rank 3. Because I've been using rank 1 because it gives charges faster, but Draconic Fang rank 1 deals like 10 damage. Rank 3 deals like 60 damage. Or 50. That's like better. If I'm gonna just slowly build up on Storm. And I actually want to pressure him a bit. Without using my Draconic buff. I mean, Cataclysmic breath. We can also just sit behind LOS
Yeah.
until Storm comes up, because I mean dampening is good for us. I just really don't like playing dampening. I despise it.
Yeah.
But we kind of have to. Did I not ready? No, I didn't. Okay.
I'm just gonna open and do some damage. I'm probably gonna get sleeped first, so. Yeah, I'm slept here. I'm just gonna sit it for now. Everybody's going on you. I'll pop a rune right here for us.
Oh my god, what? I got the interrupt on that cast. I don't know why it didn't interrupt.
Alright. Yep, shut around for now. Slept again.
Interrupted that cast. He can't heal for a bit.
Got slept.
Oh, but... Okay, yeah. I got Storm.
Melee, I'm gonna try and keep him in combat.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't actually interrupt the Arm of Thorn, because I was pretty sure I got the interrupt on him before he casted it. But I still got the damage.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get a re-stealth.
Yeah, just give them the win. It's best of 5, so we may be able to clutch up. We have the hop off Ave when he uses the Kittiness form, his defensive.
Yeah.
Because he has 3k HP with like 30% damage reduction. And all his hots are rolling, so we are not gonna do anything when that's popped.
Yep.
Okay.
I think
Necron is probably going to be better, I think.
Yeah, I think Nagrand is better.
Have a good one.
Okay. Same shit, but we just start running when they use defensives.
Hmm. Honestly, I feel like we might even just sit. Why don't we just sit? Why don't you just stay mounted and run? And I'm gonna sit stealth, and I'm just gonna wait for eyes to pop out, and then we can just get the eye and just take Ave out of stealth. Like obviously
Sure.
we're gonna have to kind of like run around a little bit, but that'll give us some dampening, and it'll give us the ability to pull him out. But like the most he can do is just sleep you, so Storm can get some free damage. But I really wish the rune generation worked.
Yeah, it would help a lot, but it's fine. Oh, it's coming soon, I'm pretty sure. Or stun. Interesting.
I got a stun on him. Chasing Ave.
I get stunned. He's stacking on me.
Alright, he swapped to Scorpion. I'm hitting Storm, keeping him stunned. Yeah, you ran into the arm.
The problem is I cannot stay on Ave either, because when he has his damage damage reduction, I deal 0 damage to him, but I mean he still deals some damage, and I only had like 800 damage, HP.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think our comp isn't good versus heal comps.
Yeah, especially 2 casters against something that's just gonna hog pillars the whole time.
Yeah.
And is going to regen while
Yeah.
hogging the pillars. Like you couldn't deal any damage to him, I'm pretty sure.
No,
I mean, maybe
did
when
some,
he
but-
started.
When he popped out, I did some, but yeah, it's just we're missing a lot of burst. Not being able, not like using melee abilities and stuff. We're missing a lot of damage.
Yeah, if you were melee, that would have been easy. But because you could have just sat on him, he couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like the most I do is like melee hits. All right, so now we're going on into the finals, which is again the Amatard and Uba and the Ave and Storm team. So I will join the Cultist team, and Good Mood can join the other team. Where Good Mood at? There
I'm
he
here.
is. There he is. Pull this up and see. Right. So let's see if they got it ready. All right, so we finally got knocked out, all the way at the very end. Oh well.
No, but clearly we saw the power of Pyro Runemaster, right? Pyro, I don't want to say dominated this tournament, because obviously it's not in the Final Four, but it definitely, actually no, it is in the Final Four because of Uba.
Top 3.
But
Yeah, Cultist, yeah. Okay.
yeah, well, I meant like top 4 like characters, you know what I mean? But like it's very strong. It has a lot of damage, has a good amount of stuns, has a strong kick.
Are they ready on
It
that
has
side?
a lot of.
Keep it real.
Come again?
Are they ready on that side?
I'm not even in the group. Let me.
You need to join Ape Heals and Stone.
Yeah, Pyro is definitely a good pick. I'm pretty sure it's going to be better in like 3v3s because of the CC and the interrupt it can provide. Because the
Right.
damage is nice because of the breath. You can hit like 500 to 600 damage with the breath. But outside of that, the entire kit of Pyro just deals below 100 damages. I mean,
But you can do the breath a lot. Right? Breath is what, a 10-second cooldown? We're ready on this side, by the
yeah,
way.
it is a 10-second cooldown, but
Be good.
it's really hard to keep up the stacks because it's a 10-yard range ability that you can stack it
Exactly.
with.
Yeah.
So, I mean, unless you keep a melee, you can't really stack. And
Yeah.
sometimes you do get guided, like a melee does.
The thing is when you run Pyro Runemaster, the other team always focuses the Pyro. There is never a reason for them to ever go Runemaster because the Runemaster is way too tanky. And so having that like always be a crutch, and obviously Pyro doesn't have any ways to get off of people. I mean, other than like Shadow Step, other than the what's it called? Phoenix Step, I think it's called.
It's Flame Step.
Flame Step, something fire. And other than that, they have nothing. They have no ways to really get people off of you other than like Ignite Explode. And then I guess Flame Warp, right? And
Yeah.
but you never want to use that defensively, ever.
I mean, I always try to use Flame Step, like jumping down from like the tomb in ruins to teleport back up, and they followed me, but it just wasn't enough because of the sustain of the Veno storm.
Yeah. Veno is just able to keep the storm alive for as long as he needs to.
All right.
And then
So yeah,
eventually it's gonna
we
hit
saw
the
here. So he did pop all of his cooldowns there. You know, he used Lord of Lightning, but I mean, look at the damage that they're able to pump out, right? Of course.
Well, he
I
popped
always
Discharge.
get stealth. Yep. So they're going in, but I mean, Afield does have a lot of healing, and looks like they are going to kind of swap to him. He swaps down to Scorpion form to go down and hide. Even pops his defensive cooldown as Chitinous form there. I'm not sure how long of a CD that is, but he wasn't really taking much damage when he popped it. But
1
again,
minute cooldown.
okay, yeah. So I mean, they're down on the ground now, which
I
yeah,
was
they got the
almost
bend
doomed,
will
though.
onto they got the bend will onto Storm. And yeah, I mean, Afield, yeah, he is having a pop, especially all this this form shifting. You know, is
Right, exactly.
causing to
Making him
use a
shift
lot right
over and
now.
over is just chunking his mana. And that's going against the power of Veno. Veno's power
Yeah.
is being able to sustain forever.
Yeah,
When
they
you
were
make him
running.
shift.
And they got the
you can't.
grip, and they're just still pumping into him, and like you can see the amount of damage that they're able to do. Of course, like that was the one thing that this team has that that you know mine and Monk's team didn't really have, is they got the added damage and the grips and everything from that Occultist
Mhm.
has to
Yeah.
kind of keep Ave on top of them.
It gives a bit of sustain. It gives slows. It gives teleport, like a grip. And
Yeah.
it has instant cast, just melee abilities and shit that he can use to deal some damage.
Yep. All right. So now
It is just what you need next to the pyro, because the pyro can follow him pretty easily as well.
Right. Or you set stuff up for the pyro, right? If you like you were saying before, Dragon's Breath is a 10-yard range. How about I just pull him next to you and then just bang, and all of a sudden the pyro is able to have their burning orbs around, and
Alright.
that target's right on top of the burning orbs. They can flame orb, and it's terrifying.
All right, getting into round 2. They still haven't popped their Vision of Doom. I think they're wanting to hold it and using it as their, ace in the hole, making sure that they get the win. So if they can get the win here, then they're pretty much guaranteed the tournament. So we're gonna have to see what Storm and Abe are gonna be able to do. Storm just
They're
running
going
out into
straight
the
on
center.
Storm.
Yeah, running out to the middle, trying to get some cast, but he got punished really hard. A lot of CC went out. They got the sleep onto the cultist, and still just pumping some damage in the Storm. But Ava's gonna have to pop out and get some healing going here really soon because he's still in stealth, if I'm not mistaken.
Storm doesn't have discharge anymore. He had to use it to survive. And now he's having to heal himself.
Yeah, Ave popped out of stealth, and the cultist immediately gripped him in, and then followed it up with a bend will, which was trinketed into a second bend will. So definitely just denying a lot of the healing that Ave has. And it looks like, yep, they are going to finish off Storm right there in the end. Yeah. Yeah, that grip, the cultist, he was just waiting for it. If y'all saw, Ave was stealth.
The cultist grip and the bend will and the side sustain and the instant casts. It's really good for a 2v2 like support partner.
Yeah, Ave popped out like right here to start healing, and as soon as he did, he immediately got gripped. And
because the pyro, like you have to know, like it's not the best for BGs because its strength comes into like 1v1 skirmishes and single target sustained damage. That's what pyro does the best. And with the cultists just helping with bend wheels, teleporting them right next to the pyro, that is just all you need for the pyro, because he can, like, pyro can basically 1v1 almost any class. That is not overpowered. Pyro is probably like the second best 1v1 class.
Ava's saying that they haven't been able to use their trinkets for some reason. Not sure what that's about. Let's see.
Wait, why the fuck are we in the PvE chat?
We've been hopping around.
What are they talking about? I mean, Ave did trinket the bend wheel, right?
Yeah, he trinketed the bend wheel, and then he got a bend wheel the second time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not sure.
I guess it's the first issue we've had of that all day.
Yeah, I don't know. Alright, they wanting to go with the same map again on that ground. And good mood. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I think what Storm and Av need to do, because obviously, right, the setup of Cultist Pyro works very, very well together, as we're seeing. But I think, like I was saying before, that Storm, I think, needs to go for like 2 arms and not get too greedy on the first one. I think he really has to go greedy now. Right, he has to get that first arm, get a 16 stack, 80 static, Mystic Thunder included, and just try to one-tap somebody. Because if he can't do it first, he's going to get one-tapped, or Av's going to get one-tapped.
Yeah, and I mean, and we know here that, you know, this is going to be the vision coming out from the cultists.
That's
you know,
true.
This is match point for them. They have it. Like, no reason not to use it here.
Exactly.
So, like, I think what Ava's going to have to do is they're going to have to try to put CCs and sleeps on the cultist and let his insanity just build up and, you know, not be able to make use of that.
Yeah, I think you want to bait the vision.
Getting the pull into Storm, open up some big damage, and then there's the vision. They actually get a Dead Man's Hand part to kind of keep him in the same spot. Ave is able to just heal him back up and then actually pull the cultist to him to try and give Storm a little bit of breathing room. But Storm is just sitting there and deciding to tank it. And
my God.
He just immediately goes down to that.
Yeah, I mean, it was expected.
Look at all these tentacles.
It's literally 100% win.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. If you're able to hold it in those first games and not need it, then whenever you pop it out on your, you know, match, it's pretty much over at that point.
Yeah, I know, that was very well done. And it was nice to see, you know, I'm Retarded and Av playing on this Pyro as Uba have gotten second place in the last 2 tournaments. So seeing them able to push it through, because it's not a spell power monk in their way, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like to see it.
And, you know, being able to come out and play all these classes that aren't, you know, being represented as much. It was definitely a cool tournament. But that wraps things up. If anyone wants to donate to the pot, we have 250 or 240 gold in the pot right now. I think, Monks, you said you were going to toss 100.
Yeah, I still need to give mine.
Yeah, and so if anyone else wants to toss some in, then this is going to be going to the winning team. I'm not going to be splitting it all up today since there was no buy-in. And we'll just keep doing, we'll save the normal splits for later.
You know, that was a really great tournament to watch. Obviously, it took a little longer than we wanted it to because of the server downtime. But other than that, it was very
Lovely.
nice seeing tons of classes that we hadn't seen before. Right? We never saw Reapers. We never saw, I mean, granted, Chrono because it's new and it was banned, but
Yeah.
Pyros. Right? We're seeing Venos. It's good to see. Stormcaller or Stormbringer rather.
All right, so we do 390, so that's 150, 195. Oh yeah, and Uno Pearl. Nope, that's single. I don't know what these golden pearls are worth, but you know they're put in
They're
by
golden.
rented. Yeah, they're golden. So there we go.
What else do you want?
Yep, that wraps it up. So we'll keep chatting about the rules and figure out what else we could potentially change. You know that people like, but I think overall people. I mean, what did everyone think about like this type of tournament? I think people enjoyed it because you know when there's like big rewards on the line, you're almost like compelled to just run the most powerful classes, and you know no one gets to go and test out what they really want to try because they don't want to risk losing the big rewards. So I think you know having this style of tournament is going to be really good for the game because we're going to
I
start
should have
seeing
actually played Edgy
new
Monk.
things.
I thought there were going to be some Edgy Monks. That's why I became with Pyro. But no, there was another Pyro and no Edgy Monks.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
exactly.
actually really
no one played
surprised
Edgy
about
Monk.
that.
Yeah.
Because Monk's still like pretty good. Like it's not. I mean, like I say, it's as good as SP Monk, but like you know, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And to see it
I mean,
not
the
represented
Edgy
at all.
Monk basically sacrifices the single target damage for like the AoE burst that is used by in edgy tank monks in PvE.
Right.
So like the 100 fist strike, that's a 45-second cooldown, force rush, which is a 45-second cooldown again. Those are AoE spells that are I usually don't even use except like force rush, of course, because it gives you mobility and knockdowns. But in edgy monk, you actually need to use them for your burst, and
Yeah.
it basically gets put like the damage from a single target. The SP monk gets put into those two spells for more burst capabilities. So it has more surprise damage than SP monks.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So overall, I think it was really good. I might have to like level Son of a Rugal or something, you know, bring that to the tournament. That's one thing we still haven't seen. What are
Oh,
the
that's
classes that
true.
we haven't seen any of?
You haven't
Let me
seen them
look.
for a reason. They don't have good damage. Their sustain is basically the same as the Reaper, but why would you play a Salvador when you can play a
Sun,
Reaper with Soulshire?
Asoa has some deceptive damage I've seen.
Yeah.
Like
I've never seen a
Rethogor
good
plays one,
SOA.
and yeah, and so he'll just go like full stam, but still have like some percentage damage on the main spammable. So I feel like if you're putting that, honestly, maybe with a Veno, that combo is not going to die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Again,
and
unless you're against Cultist Pyro.
yeah, I think Soa is the only class that we haven't seen any of in the entire tournament, like in any of the tournaments. I don't think we've seen one single person play it. We've seen every other class at least one time. But yeah, not
I
the
think that's
Soa.
right.
Yeah, not the Soa. So I mean, maybe we'll get to see more. I'm
Have we seen
surprised.
everything?
Yeah, I think SOA is the only one that we haven't seen. We've seen everything else. We've
Hmm.
seen Necro, we've seen Monk, Guardian, Barbarian, Knight of Zoroth. We've seen Demon Hunter early on. We haven't seen any Demon Hunters lately, but I know Big Breast played it on like the first tournament, so maybe need a little more Demon Hunter presence. We've seen Pyro, Chrono, Starcaller, Stormbringer, Sunclerk, Tinker, Veno, Witch Hunter, Witch Doctor, Rune Master, Primalist. Yeah, like we've seen all of these, just not SOA. It's the only one that we haven't seen. So
If you
maybe
see any
someone will
in
bust
solo
that out.
queue, whisper them and get them to come out.
Yep. All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up. I'm going to go ahead and jump out of here. So congrats to the winners. And then, like I said, I probably won't be doing one of these next week just because I'm going to be a little bit too busy. But following that, I will.
Okay. Well,
word.
me and Livit are probably going to queue some twos, so I'm just gonna hop over. Maybe.
All right,
follow
GG's
Ivan
everyone.
up.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah,
See ya.
GG's. See y'all next time. Alright, appreciate everyone coming out and watching. So we're gonna keep doing these B tier tournaments. So it's gonna be, we're gonna be doing different bands, and we're gonna be having the no buy-in. So 100% free to come out and compete, and we'll have a little community pot. Right, Uba and I'm Retarded both got 195 gold each, and they got some pearls. So basically, I bought like 200 gold each just for coming out and competing and winning. So definitely something that anyone can come out and do. So I am getting out of here. So I will see y'all later.